All right, we'll be. Does this one work? Okay, this one works. Give me a second. Oh my gosh, I had a big thing planned. Oh, everything's falling apart so fast. All right, so um, we did well. The investors in Cactus Incognito Incorporated, Cactus Corp. All of your investments seem to have paid off. We've officially become Twitch affiliates. So, you know, congratulations on backing a good horse in the race. And I know you're concerned about, what does this mean for me as a viewer? What does this mean for me as an investor in Cactus Corp? And I'm here to share our kind of, how did we get here and our plan for the future and how to build on that success we've found so far. And I think we're going to have a fun time doing it. Let's see if I can get this to be good. All right. So today, very exciting. I don't have to do much of anything. What we're going to do is we're going to recap the past year and everything that we've done to get to where we are today. So I'm going to be going over, the games, the highlights, Game of the Year awards. Everyone knows that April 16th is the Game of the Year awards at Cactus Corp. So obviously we'll be giving out those awards here. I spent, I don't know, probably 2 hours cycling through VODs and videos to grab bits and pieces of moments that I thought were good and things that I enjoyed doing and things that I wanted to highlight. On top of that, I put some thought into, whatever the next games we're playing, all that. But this is really more of a stakeholders meeting. You know how you invest in a company and you get you bought a share of Amazon and technically you're a part owner of that company. So you're allowed to go to the business calls to hear what's going on with the company and what does it mean for your one share of Amazon. That's exactly what we're doing, except instead of shares, it's just a follow. Costs you nothing. So we're going to start. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get my, all right. Let's start with a stat line. So what I have in front of you is a graph. I know that if Twitch loves anything, it's bar graphs. Bar graphs? Dot? I don't know. It's a graph showing, the past year and the streams we've done. And this is viewer count, but it's really just to show popularity over time. So this is a little bit longer than the year. It started in January, but you get the idea. So we've accumulated somehow 126 follows. I will say a large sum of those were from bots who apparently attacked me and Jay when we were playing Cuphead, our slowest any percent route in Cuphead. We got attacked by some, what was it? Some racial community, not good people that were just spamming my chat with follows. In general, we have about 60 to 70 followers. I know you were concerned with that as a viewer about, hey, is my company getting the respect it deserves? Don't worry. It's got plenty of market capabilities here. Over the course of the year, we averaged 1.3 viewers, but over the course of the last month, we averaged 3, which is how we got up to affiliate. So now, you can subscribe, you can donate, I can make emotes. I think that's it. But hey, there's only 2 real milestones that you can do on Twitch, and it's affiliate and then partner. So we're halfway there if you think about it. Not too much more to do. We got one more task to complete. So, some other things, 410 hours streamed. So that's about 10 full work weeks dedicated strictly to videoing my escapades as a video game character. We played at least 30 games from when I counted. Again, I was relying mostly on my YouTube VODs thing to count up the games we played and to grab clips from. But, I am human, so I wasn't able to capture every single moment from every single stream. I could not parse through 400 hours of videos by myself in a 2-hour sitting. I did my best. We'll go through them in a bit. You'll see. I did pretty good. And then like a total about 6 big brain plays. There was like 6 in the 410 hours. Not too many. But all right, I know you're done looking at charts. So let's throw up the list of games. What I have done is I've broken this down into categories. So we have the single player games as well as the multiplayer games. I'll put myself down here. So, the single player games. There's about like 25 that we played in the past year. Some really good ones, some okay ones. I would say no bad ones. I'm looking at the list. Essentially, if I didn't like a game, we wouldn't have played it to completion. We only put the list up here only is completed games. And because of that, I have actually received the Certified Gamer Award. It only gets given out to the most prestigious of gamers for completing tasks like tons of games in a year and reaching Twitch affiliate. Certified Gamer. So I'm not going to go through all of the games here. Instead, we have 2 more kind of sections. 1, I want to give out my Game of the Year awards. And 2, I want to go through some single player clips. So we're going to do that now, I think. Yeah. All right. The Game of the Year awards. I probably could have done this a little bit more with animation to reveal them kind of in order, because right now there's a lot of images on the screen and you're overwhelmed, and you're also saying, Joey, these are not Game of the Year awards. 1, because 3 of the games did not come out this year. And secondly, where's Fortnite on this list? Where's Guardians of the Galaxy? Where's Elden Ring? Where's what other Game of the Year? Where's It Takes Two? Oh my God, I forgot about It Takes Two. Anyways, first of all, we're only dealing with single player games. I did not include the multiplayer gaming that we played throughout the year on this list. Strictly single player. 2, in terms of Game of the Year, it's games that I have played this year. It's a very specific award. It does not cover games that other people have played this year or games that came out this year. So that is the categories that we kind of stuck in. They're basically games from this list, the games that we have completed this year. I did not put Elden Ring or Super Mario Odyssey on here because we are currently playing those, and I'm having a hoot and a half at both of them. And they'll probably be on there next year, depending on how, good the competition is. But for this year, they didn't make the cut. So let's talk about the games that did make the cut. The ones that, blew me away. The ones that I, woke up in the middle of the night thinking about. Maybe that's a bad example. But the games that stuck with me and I think were important to me as a person. So, you probably want to see this guy. Whoop. Boop. All right. So, starting off, this is kind of in chronological order. One of the first games I played this year was Hollow Knight, and we'll watch some clips from that in a bit. But I was absolutely astounded with the insanely intuitive movement and the satisfaction of combat. You start off with just a sword. That's your really only move in this game is you can smack something or you can dodge something, and that's it. There's not a complex array of abilities like you get in some other games. I guess you get a sword and dodge, and you have magic. You have 3 things you can do. That's about it. They have some charms, but in general, it's very accessible. You don't have to have a back knowledge of every RPG that's ever existed to play the game. It's just phenomenal. Also, everything you hit just has this phenomenal sound, and it feels good to hit things and to move around the map. So combat, just phenomenal. I think the AI is good enough to overwhelm you, but not so overwhelming that you feel like you can't do anything. The game also feels very fair. At no point did I feel like, oh, I got scammed. It's like, nope, every boss felt good. Everything felt amazing. Hi, Jay. Welcome to the Twitch affiliate review stream. We're going through everything. We're currently on Game of the Year awards. Single player only. We don't have one of these for multiplayer, just because I don't think we covered enough ground to throw out Game of the Year awards. I'm talking about Hollow Knight right now. We're going to watch clips in a bit. It's going to be amazing. The other things that I really liked about Hollow Knight were the bosses were just phenomenal. They give you that sense of accomplishment that every time you killed them, you felt this like wave of euphoria brush over you, and that you were like, oh, thank God, I can't believe I did it. And there's so few games out there today that give you that sense of accomplishment. Games like FromSoft give you that. We mentioned that a few times in Elden Ring so far, but it's a phenomenal feeling that is just not covered in a lot of games. So I really like the difficulty. I liked the bosses and enemy designs. Combat's phenomenal. And last but certainly not least is the map itself. Every area is so perfectly, the art style is phenomenal. Every area is a joy to explore and find secrets in, and you want to explore every second of it. It's just a fun place to be around. You're terrified, but also excited, and it's an interesting mix they were able to capture in the game. Yeah, and I also liked that I didn't have to know anything about the plot. The plot was almost non-existent if you didn't care. I didn't really care for the plot that much. There's like 20,000 lore videos about Hollow Knight. You don't need to know any of that. You can just be like, nah, just like hitting stuff. Yeah, that's fine. And you can just play it your way. They did a phenomenal job. Silksong's coming out hopefully next year or this year. And we're going to play the hell out of that when it happens. So that's Hollow Knight. 10 out of 10 game. If you haven't touched it, I'd recommend it. It's a 2D platformer, but so much more. You need the lore. Well, if you want lore, you can go, what is it? It's Mossbag. There's a channel on YouTube. His name is Mossbag. He literally just makes lore videos for Hollow Knight. He has like millions of subscribers. He's amazing at the game. He does Hunter v Speedrunner stuff. He also does lore videos where he explains every aspect of the game for each character, for the overall story. There are a few hours. I did watch a few of them to try to get into lore. It's very overwhelming, but if you're into lore, Hollow Knight's got it in spades. I didn't care for it, but if you want it, plenty of it. So yeah, we'll watch some clips of Hollow Knight later. The next game I want to cover is Celeste. Celeste and Chicory. I don't want to, combine them into one genre, but they have a very unique way of telling a real life kind of struggle through a game that you wouldn't expect it. So for instance, when you see, when you play the game The Last of Us, and you get a very human story about, real world problems that you face and kind of this emotional value from a game, you're kind of expecting that. All the characters are very humanoid. I do love Celeste. All the characters are very humanoid. They show emotion the same way you interact with other people in your life, and it's very easy to relate. What Celeste and Chicory do is they tell stories about more or less mental struggles that a lot of people deal with on a daily basis in games that you would not think that could cover that. Celeste is a 2D platformer, similar to Hollow Knight, but with no combat. The main character's name is Madeline. She's the girl with red hair, and she can basically move around the map, and her objective is to get to the end. Essentially, it's very Mario-esque. Just get to the flag, move on. Hey, the pizza emotes. However, the game does a really phenomenal job of telling a tale of Madeline's, I don't want to say it's not mental issues, but she deals a lot with anxiety and being in situations where she feels uncomfortable and not able to deal with it, and it shows itself as a manifestation of herself, as the evil version of herself, or a part of you, and that's depicted by the kind of darker figure to Madeline's left, where you're you're your own worst enemy. Your main enemy is yourself, and you're trying to overcome the struggles inside yourself in the story to win the game and to find a resolution inside you. So the story I thought was phenomenal. You don't have to be a pro platformer to play the main game. It's not an easy game, but it's not a hard game. The other thing that I really loved about it was the post game. There's 7 chapters in the main story, and then there's chapter 8 and chapter 9 were added after the fact, and these are incredibly difficult platforming challenges that I spent, I think, like 30 hours dealing with just those alone. And these are just insanely precise movements and tricks to complete the levels, and you really had to push yourself as a platformer to be able to do that. And I love the challenge, and it, again, similar to Hollow Knight, that sense of euphoria, that sense of accomplishment is just perfect. So I really loved Celeste's story. I loved its art style. It's a very pixelated game. Its movement feels perfect in every single fashion, and the platforming challenges were phenomenal. So yeah, we'll watch some clips of Celeste in a bit. Chicory was a game that I did not expect to enjoy nearly as much as I did. Chicory tells the tale of a little dog depicted in the bottom right corner that you get to name. And the opening of that game, the only screen you see, it says, "What is your favorite food?" That's it. And you input what your favorite food is. Little do you know as a player that whatever you input there is going to be your character's name throughout the rest of the game. I input my name as pizza because that is my favorite food, or at least it was because I was prompted at it and didn't expect to have to answer that question. And I didn't want to spend about 20 hours depicting, well, what is my favorite food? You don't get asked that all the time. So pizza is a pretty good lock. And at first I was kind of mauling. I was like, damn, my name is Pizza? What a stupid name. But literally about an hour or two in, you're just calling this cute little golden retriever looking dog Pizza, and it just fits so well. And that actually was the kind of catalyst for me wanting to name my parents' new puppy Pizza, which Jay is so happily depicted in the chat with the pizza emote. So anyways, Chicory, you play the game through using your WASD keys to move Chicory around the map, as well as your mouse to draw and interact with the entire world. So you can paint everything. It's basically like a digital coloring book with puzzles mixed in that you have to solve, again, with different paint styles and brush things. Again, it tells a tale similar to Celeste of kind of a feeling of burnout, as what you get there. They kind of talk about burnout a lot, as well as not feeling that imposter syndrome is the other thing they kind of talk about. Pizza Hanji. Yeah, don't worry. I got Pizza Hanji in the clips. Don't you worry. The other thing I didn't bring up that Jay did bring is this game is also co-op, and it works so well as a co-op game. It's not a hard game. It's extremely easy, and they even have assists to help with like the few bosses that are in there. But it was extremely fun to play with Jay, and you basically get to paint together and have fun. And I had no negative things to say about Chicory. I thought its story was super good. I felt, again, you did just color, but you colored super well, and you kept the vibe consistent throughout the game. And really, at the end of the day, you have to look at your map, which you have colored everything, and see, how much did you paint? What does it look like? Are you satisfied with the world you've created? So yeah, the story was good, and the gameplay mechanics were extremely unique. I've never played a game where you kind of put painting and drawing into the game so well. So I love Chicory. Chicory was a phenomenal game. Tunic was a game that I had been waiting for 5 years. It was initially premiered at they had these side quests in Chicory that were just great. There was a murder mystery where we found paint on the ground, or something was stolen. We had to hunt down who did it. So we had to talk to some folks and kind of get to the bottom of it and hunt down the trail of paint. There was a frog detective. He was the only character in the game that did not have a food-based name. Every character in the game was named after a food, just like you. So there's pizza, biscuit, gravy. Biscuits and gravy was an adorable couple. But this one guy was a frog. He did not have a food-related name. He just was named Frog Detective. And you go to him with this new detective. He's like, nah, I'm on vacation. You handle it. And it's like, he's like, I love solving mysteries, but, I need to take a break sometimes, too. Oh, Jake's here? Welcome to the Twitch review stream. We haven't even gotten to the meat and potatoes of this yet. I got clips. I got things to look at. Right now, we're just going through Game of the Year awards. And these are them, if you're curious. I model my life as Detective Frog? Absolutely. Detective Frog was absolute vibes. But I'm just going to cover Tunic real quick. It's a isometric kind of Zelda-esque game that tells you absolutely nothing. In a world where every game you play nowadays has about an hour-long tutorial, you have these chairs, you have these nice ergonomic bad boys, they're made in prisons. So every game kind of gives you this long tutorial about how to play the game. This is how you attack. This is how you defend. This is how you parry. Even Elden Ring has a tutorial now. Tunic gives you absolutely none of that. Instead, what they do is they provide the game instruction manual as separate pages throughout the map that you have to find to understand how your different attacks work and how these charms work and what they do and where to go and how to interact with the world. And it was so refreshing to have this sense of, what do I do next? Oh, that's how you do it. You learn on your own, and the game definitely has enough in there to kind of teach yourself along the way. And you realize later, you come back to areas like with this new knowledge that you found later, and it was just so rewarding. On top of that, Tunic is absolutely a FromSoft game at its core. It looks like a cute isometric Fox game where you play as like a Zelda-esque character, but they have bosses and just chatting. I know, who would have thought? I'm only going to do this probably once a year. I thought this was a good time to look back on some of the things we did over the past year and how we got to affiliate. And we'll probably do it. I'll probably start doing it like in January or in December to kind of recap the year. Because I think I had a lot of fun going through old VODs and grabbing clips for this. But yeah, we won't just chat very often. So, take it in. Today's special. I'd like to talk. I have a problem with shutting my mouth. It's a concern that I'm sure. Oh, shoot. A bit already? Whew. Thank you, my man. Number one bit donator. So I'm not going to touch on Tunic too much more. It's a great game. Great exploration. Great bosses. FromSoft. Hard as heck, but also cute as a button. Really unique gameplay experience. And then I'll touch on Bowser's Fury for a second. Great game. Phenomenal Mario game. But it's like 4 hours long. Please I want this game. I want Odyssey 2 to be just like this game, Bowser's Fury, except I want it to be like 25 hours because that game is phenomenal. It's just missing enough length to give it what you want. So I'm not going to, I know it's just me talking and looking at a PowerPoint for the last, 20 minutes. Damn, I got a bit auction going on. So let's continue on, shall we? Let's look at some clips. So, whoa, big spender TTG in the house. Holy heck. And I think this is a good time to mention my brother, TTG Jacobiachi. If you didn't know, we grew up together. We're family. He was actually the person who clipped this, and thank God he did, because I did not record the stall. This is my first stream from like 2 years ago. I was playing Wind Waker. You can see that there's absolutely zero effort put into my stream layout. I am looking, you'll see in a second, I'm not even looking at the camera. I'm looking away from it the entire time. Let's see here. Oh, wait. I need to add the volume from this. Okay. So I did play through all of Wind Waker, but
I wonder if I can.
this is just me
Can I get
being
this way?
super bad at streaming.
Soup that way. That is unfortunate. All right. Well, we said hi. That's good enough. I don't really think I have anyone else to. I mean, I could say hi to my swordsmith. He might have something to say to me.
And we're not going to watch any more of that because that's hot garbage. And it's really just to illustrate how far we've come in the past year. This is hot garbage. Love Wind Waker. I'll probably play the remastered version later. Did I lose weight? I did. That being said, I am wearing 3 shirts here to get the fake Zelda outfit I was rocking. I had a hat, I had a jacket, I had a long sleeve shirt, and a short sleeve shirt. So it is also just an accumulation of clothing. But yeah, so that's our first clip. Thank you, Jake, for clipping that. We locked it in. Next, this is my clip from my Minecraft speedrun. It took me 10 hours to complete the game. I had never beaten the Ender Dragon, so it was a constant battle. It took me like 5 streams to make it through. Constant deaths. Now pick up the iron. But we'll watch the end of it. That there. It took me probably a dozen different attempts to get to the Ender Dragon. I killed all the end crystals. I'm now just waiting for the dragon to perch so I can hit him. Dragon, not at me. Did I get food, by the way? I did a little bit of food. Okay. Okay, perch. Is he going for it? He going for it. Nice. Big damage. Do it. Get those crits. Big. Big. Let's go! We did it! Let's fucking go! This is this right here is the picture of pure enlightenment. This is the happiest a child has ever been in their entire life. It's just pure happiness from working for 10 hours to complete a game that came out a decade before this. Something that speedrunners can now do in under 10 minutes took me 10 hours, but I was
We did!
elated that we finally killed the dragon after so many resets and so many everything.
Let's go. Oh my god. Under 10 hours. That's gotta be a world record.
I think so. Under 10 hours. I did not submit a leaderboard, unfortunately, but yeah, that was super hype. I had a love-hate relationship with Minecraft, but I couldn't put it down until I beat it. Every day I was just thinking, all right, how do I do this? And I was watching so many speedrunners play the game. They're like, oh, I just get, ender pearls and blaze rods, and it was just so fast. And I was like, oh, that will be easy. I'll knock that out. I know the strats. It wasn't easy. It was an uphill battle. But I put that on my list of achievements in the gamer catalog. Man, what a crazy game. We'll come back to Minecraft later for the live, laugh, love percent that me and Jay almost beat, but we'll call it a win. Next, we'll showcase some of Hollow Knight. Imagine spending a 10-hour run at the end, cheating like crazy. So you can see if they check. I mean, I feel like they wouldn't have someone watch a 10-hour run. They would just be like, sure, you can have 20,000th place on the leaderboard. We'll let you have that one. I mentioned previously that Hollow Knight won one of my Game of the Year awards.
So there's no point hitting him when he's hitting himself. Okay.
This is to give a little backstory, Hollow Knight has 5 different endings. The first 2 are basically hot garbage. They're pretty easy to get. You can get it in about 12 hours, or I did, of standard gameplay. It's pretty straightforward to get, not that difficult. And this, what we're going to see right now, is actually the true ending of the game. It took me an additional 10 hours to get. You have to do a lot of backtracking, looking around the entire map, know where everything is, and get very good at combat in order to get here. So we're going to watch the Radiance battle that I struggled on so much. A little bit more backstory. This is actually I had something to do Yeah, we don't talk about Live, Laugh, Love, but we will. Unfortunately, I did put that in the PowerPoint, so we'll be talking about that in the multiplayer section. Like I said, right after I had a appointment I had to get to at a certain time. This is the last run I possibly could do on this day in order to make my appointment. So this was my last run.
I did a little better that run.
We'll see if I mention it.
All right, I got to try this one more time, but then I have to do a couple of things, and we'll have to do it later. That's really annoying.
Thank you, Joey, for putting it so clearly. I had other things to do. This was the last run. It had to be now, or it'd be a whole separate stream.
I thought I could get this done, but who knows? This could be the run.
So this is
We
the...
haven't seen phase 5s yet, but I'm sure we'll figure it out immediately.
All right, Joey.
No issue.
Shut up a little bit. So this is the first phase of probably a 6-phase boss you have to beat in Hollow Knight. This is the initial Hollow Knight. You are kind of the same as him. He's just kind of the adult version of you. It's a lot more complicated than that. If you want to watch thousands of hours of lore video on it, you can. But essentially, he is yeah. You can see he's killing himself. There's a lot of lore behind it. Don't worry too much about it. It's basically just the phase 1 of the boss. This has become pretty much routine at this point. We have beaten this phase probably 20 times. So you can see I'm being pretty lenient with my damage. I'm damage boosting through things. I'm just hitting them kind of willy-nilly. I'm not too concerned at this point. We're not concerned. So yeah, we'll see the true boss in a second. So now Hornet comes out, and she is going to hold him down. Oh, my mouse. It was running out of charge.
I mean, it might be beneficial to get... I might try the thing that gives you...
So now we get to see Radiance, the god of the game. This is the true end boss, and is required to truly beat the game. It is the hardest boss fight in the game, and you'll see why in a second. It takes really precise movement to avoid all of the attacks of pure Radiance, and you have to be very careful, and you'll see in a second. Kratos solos
on this fight.
So we developed a few strats in using those big magic to do big damage early, but he's got these spikes that can come from above or below. You have to narrowly avoid all of them. Meanwhile, the ground also has spikes. He has so many different attacks, you have to worry about so many things at once, and it's really a culmination of all the skills you learned in the game so far. And this is just phase, I don't know, 3 of the boss. There's more phases.
I'm not going to deal with you over there. There we go.
Such a good game. Such a phenomenal game.
I need you over.
Did I finish Pantheon 5? Absolutely not. That would take God knows how long. So Pantheon 5, like Whoopi is talking about, is a boss rush. You have to fight every single boss in the entire game, back to back to back to back. Then you have to beat Radiance, who is harder than this one. There's probably about 30 individual bosses in the game. So Pantheon 5 is absolutely brutal, and it takes probably about 40 minutes to an hour each run you do. So it's extremely brutal, and I did not have the patience to deal with that. I was very satisfied with just beating Radiance here.
Sure, that worked out well. All right.
So here I played extremely safe to try to build up my chakra, which you get from hitting Radiance.
Come to me a little bit.
Basically, everything it hits you with, by the way, does about 2 damage. It takes 2 hearts from you. Literally anything. Falling only takes 1 damage.
It's okay.
So you got to be extremely careful here, because basically everything will almost one-shot you. And it's extremely easy to get kind of stun locked.
You get 1 hit in.
So we're basically just taking individual hits every once in a while to do some damage, but more importantly, to get my health back.
I got my heart back. This is going well.
Thank you, Joey.
God, the gear balls. All right.
So right now I'm trying to heal. Perfect. And I ended up losing more than I gained there. So this is the farthest I had ever gotten in the run. I also messed up there quite significantly. I should have done the big magic burst there, but instead I just hit him like 20 times.
Gear balls.
But we're still making it through. We're still alive, and that's the most
It's
important
not too
thing.
bad. Oh, I didn't know he was doing another attack.
It's so hard to heal in this because every attack he does basically takes up the entire map. So you really have to find the time you can get to make these little heals.
Don't have enough for a third one.
While also
That's
dodging every
fine.
single attack because they do so much damage. And there's no...
Alright.
there's so little time between attacks. Here, this is the first time I've been here. I did not realize that these platforms disappear. And I was caught off guard, and I fell to my death.
Oh.
However, this is the end game.
This is phase 5, I guess, right?
I've never been here. I'm completely unaware that I'm basically just climbing a platform to one-tap the boss. In my mind, there's more to do.
Oh no, I gotta do it fast.
It's an auto-scroller. You have to get to the top, avoid every laser.
Okay.
I'm basically a one-tap here if I get hit with another laser. So I'm doing pretty well to avoid that.
Alright.
Making my way up. The wall kicks.
Is that it? Did we do it?
Joey's completely confused. That was the last run of the day.
Or is there another phase?
And we ended up killing Radiance and taking up the reins of the game. I still do not to this day understand the lore of what we did, but I sure as hell beat Radiance. And that was phenomenal. So yeah, there's a ton more Hollow Knight, you know, we're going through, killing stuff. It's a great game. Recommend playing it if you haven't. It's just great. Up next, we have Metroid Dread, a game that I didn't really talk about that much because, honestly, Hollow Knight spoiled 7 viewers. I don't know. I put some effort into making content. It's just never-ending solid content at this point. I don't have to worry about, like, hey, what content will the game give me? I already know what content I'm going to talk about. I know it's good. We're only looking at highlights, baby. This is the cream of the crop. Metroid Dread, I thought, was a really solid game for the Metroid series. I'm a big fan of the 2D Metroid games. I like exploring the map. I like a lot of what they did with trying to optimize movement through the game. I do not have Ghost Runner clips. I think the movement's cool in Ghost Runner, but I did not see any moments in there that I thought were like extremely satisfying or important. The game, to me, lacked kind of that skill ceiling that I'm looking for. I thought it was a really neat concept, but nothing really, like, looking back, nothing really was like, wow, I really like that moment in Ghost Runner, you know? As a concept, it's good, but it didn't have those kind of highlight moments like some of these other games. Yeah, I said Metroid Dread had a really good story. I thought the bosses, it had a more of a focus on the bosses and making them challenging and difficult, which I loved. I think they optimized the map layout to make it a little bit easier. You didn't spend all time exploring, but I don't know. I thought it was kind of missing something. Yeah, there you go. Something that other games did a little bit better. I thought Hollow Knight was a 10 out of 10. I thought Metroid Dread was more of an 8 out of 10. This is the final boss fight
There's a lot of
of the game, where you learn some lore about Samus being like this daughter of this crow thing you're fighting, and that you're actually a Metroid. But, you know, similar to the other fights we watched, it's essentially, you know, just the final boss fight. You have a lot of the same tools you had in other Metroid games. It's been 5 months since this game came out? I guess. One thing that I do love about Metroid Dread was all of the cool like action sequences. The way you can basically, it has cutscenes built in throughout that makes the game way more fun to play and to watch. Oh yeah, you're saying you're in chat. You're literally here. But yeah, the Metroid Dread was a great game. This is the final bosses. This took me a while to do. They've obviously made the game even more difficult. I think they just added the ability to, you're basically no damage runs, like expert plus mode. This thing, I think, had 3 fights. Gosh, I just love the parries in this game. Like these action sequences, I think, were what Metroid was missing in some of the earlier games. Like, just look how sick that is. Look at Samus's movements and all this. Gosh. It's just so sick. And then it goes right back into combat. It was awesome. Oh, I love the new, the dodge ability, the kind of the quick dodge like they had in other games. Such a good game. Story-wise, I definitely okay. It's better than some of the Metroid 2D storylines, but, you know, nothing phenomenal. Gosh, these cutscenes just make Samus look so awesome. Dodging things, really looking like the world's best bounty hunter. Have I seen Metal Gear Rising? Absolutely. I mean, no, I haven't looked at anything about it, to be honest with you. Phase 2 of this boss, I think it's Ravenbeak is his name, or something, you know, Raven-esque. He starts flying around, and you have to start, yeah, you basically just dodge attacks, missile everything, do it all. You have 1 life and 1 hole. Well, you might only have 1 hole back there. I have 4. I'm built different. Gosh, this jump ability is so cool. You can basically spin jump everywhere as long as you change direction, and it basically unlocks the entire map for you as soon as you get it. It's a late game item, but it basically gives you the power to explore all these earlier sections at your will, and I love that. Whoa, Whoopi got enough money to subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you. Got 3 subscribers already. Gosh, I'm jealous. Can't believe it. So I think we're pretty close to the end of this fight. I believe it. I shoot off his wing is the next kind of sequence. Or no. Yeah, I break one of his wing. You'll see. It's the cost of a KFC meal. You know, I love what you're thinking about it. That's the classic kind of boomer energy. It's like, what do you mean you can't afford a mortgage? It's just stop eating all that KFC. This is the most Chad move ever. The boss is like, oh, I got 1 wing. I don't need this thing anymore. And he just breaks his own wing off for the final phase of this thing, where he just becomes the speediest dude in the planet. I don't even know what planet we're on. So this is the final phase. And this is the sun. He can basically throw the sun at you. It is the most garbage attack, and I hate it so much, and I'm getting PTSD from seeing it here. So we're pretty low on health. The fight up to this point has been pretty free. We're basically 1 hit away from dying. So we have to play this pretty safe here. We need to parry him to get energy back, to basically heal. So we're waiting for him to come at us. Whew. Oh, pass, Joey. Okay, now we're literally on the brink of death. We cannot get hit ever again. We are praying at this point that we do not. We either got to kill him or parry him, and we parried him. This gave us a little bit of health back, and we can do huge damage to him. And you can just see the awesome action sequence break.
Imagine. Okay, he's not dead yet, but we're into another cutscene. Imagine.
Okay, this is the moment in the game where things get freaking wacky.
Absorb his power. Oh, it blocked me.
Samus becomes a Metroid.
Oh, no.
You'll see. I'm not gonna commentate. I'm trying to grab him to take his health.
Where we can grab people and absorb their strength. Do you want to know why? He doesn't even need me anymore. Let me go. Come on. It's because I can now clone an army of the most powerful Metroid of all, Samus Aran.
Yeah, so this is the moment where the game just kind of takes a crazy turn. It's like, okay, I'm not only a bounty hunter, I'm actually a Metroid. The little green dude with fangs, you know, the classic Metroid, I'm actually just one of those. We learned that. Sure, why not? And you'll see in a second
twist, by the way,
what that
Samus
means
is
for
now
my
Metroid.
body.
The one thing she fought to defeat, she is now one of them.
So yeah, Samus kind of hot. I mean, that's canonical. I mean, if Samus wasn't hot, do you think they put Zero Suit Samus in all the Smash games?
A lot has happened.
You think Zero Suit Samus would be a popular character if she was like...
Samus?
not hot,
Something cool. You gotta do something cool.
and she's been choke
Baby
locked.
Metroid come and save you. Oh.
And we're dead. And you're like, oh, I guess that's it. But we play the biggest Uno reverse card of all time. Look at what Sam is. Look at this.
I kind of predicted, but instead of mom, it's dad.
She goes Super Saiyan mode. She
my
becomes
God,
this
look at
insane
Samus.
creature. And she just
What is
murders
she?
the hell out of him. She becomes the most powerful
What
being
is going
of all
on?
time. And she blows up
She's
the
absorbing the power
entire...
from the entire freaking palace in the sky. And she's just sucking it all dry.
And she's just screaming
Look
the
at her.
whole time.
She's more Metroid than woman now. What a Chad.
So that's essentially the last fight in the game. The rest of it is basically a action sequence where you have to escape the building that just exploded, get out of the map. Classic Metroid fashion. We don't need to watch that. The boss fight was really the pure highlight. And seeing Samus turn into a whatever the hell alien lizard woman she became. Really just a phenomenal ending to a game. Just absolutely batshit crazy. I do not understand. It boggles the mind. Yeah, Metroid Dread was great. I thought it was a really good game. Hopefully Metroid Prime 4 comes along eventually. Still in development. Up next. Whew, man, it's so many things we got to go through. This is Celeste. This is one of my other game of the year. I mentioned earlier that I really loved the storyline of that. This is not any of that. This is the post game. This is just me trying to become the best platformer I can physically be. And I got very good at platforming. Unfortunately, I did not save the VOD of me completing Farewell, Chapter 9, the last kind of segment of the game. This is an equally difficult... Whoa, Astrochamp. Thanks for the raid, man. Welcome to the Twitch highlight stream. Thanks, man. Oh, appreciate it. How's the Minecraft going? I assume you're still running the Minecraft life? Oh, I hope everything's going well over there. Yo, raid time. We're talking about Celeste, one of my games of the year. This is a seaside. This is the hardest seaside. You'll see in a second how complex it is. It had taken the most minute movements to actuate it. And you'll see it here. It is a phenomenal game. If you haven't played it, I recommend it. Beating all the seasides is an accomplishment in itself. This is the last one. It's insanely hard.
I don't know if Madeline is depressed. She's anxious. She has anxiety and panic.
You have to move through all of these little spiky areas. You gotta perfectly hit off all these bumpers. You gotta do things like wave dashing. Oh yeah, no. When I was playing Celeste, I think I was averaging like 1 jump per death. I was like dying on the opening segments of areas. It just takes perfect precision. This took 45 minutes.
Let's go! Please make it! Let's go! We did it! Oh my god. We finally made it.
I mean, and we can look at that insane just...
In general, it's about making positive mental health changes.
You're just look at all these precise movements. You got to move through all of these spikes and everything. It is just an insane level. And yeah, you can see we'll watch the look of pure euphoria at the end. Gosh.
Let's go! Please make it! Let's go! We did it! Oh my god. We finally made it.
So here, I think I'll bring it up here. Someone mentions in the chat, I didn't notice it. There is actually like a pity checkpoint here. So if you don't make it to that heart, that's your goal. You will respawn right next to your grandma right there. But I didn't know that. So I'm freaking out. I'm thinking, man, I gotta make this jump. I gotta hit this heart. I put all this effort in. I put 47 minutes into this one pretty short seaside.
I think. Oh my god. It's hard to believe that it's over, isn't it? Funny how we get attached to the struggle.
True facts.
Promise me that
True
you take care of
facts.
yourself, okay? Now, guys, I'll be 100% honest. I still have to hit this golden frickin' heart, and I'm very anxious about it. I don't know if I can do it, but we're just gonna go for it. Let's go.
Boo, boo,
That would be
boo,
the
boo.
most depressing thing of my entire life if I got all the way over there and then died. Oh, but there's a pity checkpoint.
That's where I noticed that someone had mentioned the Bean Queen, an absolute god of the game, was basically coaching me throughout this entire Celeste session about how to do certain jumps and how to execute some of the harder movements like wave dashing and wall kicking. Really shout out the Bean Queen. Phenomenal player. But anyways, I would have loved to show the end of Farewell. It's a sick game. But that's just a small snippet of the very complex platforming challenges that the end of Celeste has to offer, on top of a great story. So yeah, that was it for Celeste. Now we get to look at, what is it? Bowser's Fury. A game, the PowerPoint is more complex. Oh, we're not even back at the PowerPoint. These are just clips. We have more of the PowerPoint to go through. We got more of my... This is essentially a stakeholders meeting. I'm thinking of all the Cactus crew as a Cactus Corporation. You've invested in the company, and I'm sharing, you know, how did we get here? What can you look forward to in the future? It's all good. You're all part of the gang. So anyways, Bowser's Fury, phenomenal game. It's basically sold as an add-on to Mario 3D World, and also a very good game. It is really much a DLC. It has movement like 3D World, but a camera like Mario Odyssey or Sunshine or 64. And the cool thing about Mario and Bowser's Fury is that there's no loading zones. There's absolutely zero. You have full access to the entire map at all times, and it's great. You can just see, oh, there's a shine. Let me grab it. Oh, another shine. Let me grab it. You don't have to go through any doors. There's no doorways. There's no stoppage. It's pure action all the time. Mario Odyssey is also very similar to this, but there's a lot of loading zones. There's a lot of cutscenes, moving around the map, going into sub-areas. Prepare for the points reward. Hell yeah, let's go. But this game doesn't have any of it, and it just makes the game so cool. You basically maneuver on the map with Plessy. This is the end game boss. This is Bowser. We'll watch the ending of it.
Big fireballs. Oh, he's throwing the whole kit and caboodle at us.
Oh, and the game is all
There
centered
is
around
the-
cats. If you like cats, it's perfect for you.
I feel like... Dude, I swear there was a scene where it's just Cat Bowser versus Mario Cat. Is Plessy gonna become a cat? No way.
No, I'm riding Plessy.
No way.
This is my favorite scene of the entire game.
Everything's a cat. We're literally the size of like the entire...
You basically eat 3 huge cat bells, become the size of the planet, and then drop on top of Bowser's small in comparison body and just ground pound him. And you'll notice that Mario is basically a Super Saiyan lion. And if you look closely, you'll notice that Plessy, who is essentially the Loch Ness Monster, is now full cat mode. It has fur, it has cat ears, and
entire map.
it's just
We
a
got
phenomenal
giant cat
game.
Plessy and giant cat Mario. And we got fireworks. We did it. We beat the...
So yeah, you can beat the game really fast. The whole thing takes 4 hours, which sucks. I would have loved a longer campaign, but we can kind of skip ahead. I mean, you're just maneuvering throughout the entire map. There's no holds barred. There's shines everywhere,
Die.
and it's just such a good game. And I love the way they do power-ups, where you can collect them throughout the whole map and call upon them whenever you want. So if there's a certain shine you need to get, and you're like, oh, I need to grab a Cat Mario right quick, you can just spawn that on you. You're just maneuvering the whole map. It's so free, and there's no loading zones. It's just so perfect. I love it. So I really hope they take some of the things they learned from that game and apply it to the next Mario 3D game they come out with. I assume it's Odyssey 2. I really feel like Odyssey is just so good. They should make an Odyssey 2, but I hope they take into effect this like full open world, no loading zones thing they learned from this game. Or if they want to make a full game out of this, I'll take it. Both are great. Ooh, Hyperlight Drifter. This was one of the New Year games I got for Christmas. Jay gifted it to me.
Dash is better.
This is the final boss.
Like, I know I can heal.
The art style in Hyperlight Drifter is just phenomenal. The color palette they chose is so good. You can see I even changed the Boop logo in the bottom corner to match the art style
And, like,
of this game.
Trying to...
The story for this is also, it has a very similar vibe to Hollow Knight, where if you don't care about the story, it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about the story at all.
Gotta use the darkness to heal.
But yeah, if you can't sense a vibe, I really like these kind of dodging slash games. We play this game, we play Hollow Knight, we play Tunic, we play Death's Door, all of them. And I had a lot of fun doing that. This is the final boss. I think this is the run where I win, and we'll watch that. Basically, this is a evil Titan Man. I couldn't tell you the story. I wish I could. No Metal Gear Rising yet. You're correct. But who knows what the future holds? We're talking about the past right now. We're talking about the future later in the PowerPoint. These are highlights of, things we've done in the past. We haven't even looked towards the future yet. Because we can't know our future unless we know our past.
In there. Now we're in the darkness. Now this is the part...
So this developer actually recently came out with a different game called Solar Ash, which is basically a 3D version of this game where you roller skate around planets and do cool combat. And that was good. It looked okay, but it didn't really pique my interest all that much. What I was more excited about was a statement they released probably about 2 weeks ago. It was called Hyperlight Breakers, and it is the direct sequel to this game. It is designed to be completely co-op and to be 3D. And actually, I gotta pull up a Sorry, nothing against the boss fight. I had the art for this. Hyperlight Breakers. The art for this just looks so. Oh no, this one. Let's see if they have. Yeah, the art for this just looks phenomenal. So it's now 3D. Opera GX, you're that down bad? I like Opera. It's cool. Heart Machine is the publisher. It's just so pretty. They kept the same color palette that I already mentioned that I loved. And the fact that this is all going to be co-op and you can play with your friends is just phenomenal. I want to be this character. I want to run around slashing through everything with my friends. I like Tiny Tina's a lot, but this is going to be like Tiny Tina's with swords. God, is it cool. Chills. Chills. Literal chills from this game. Literally a year from now, but gosh, it just looks so good. I want to play that game, which we definitely will, but I'm getting ahead of myself. End of the boss fight.
Oh, those things explode.
It's all pretty standard. We're basically just hacking or slashing our way. He doesn't have like 8 cool phases. But Hyperlight Drifter was a pretty cool game in terms of combat and map design, and similar to Tunic when they didn't tell you too much. You just kind of walked around the map and killed everything. And you kind of learn about what your role in all this is and your impact on the world. Anyways, that's the end of that boss fight.
So much. Is this a phase 2 type boss?
And they go into some crazy animations about the world coming to an end and this dog, and Jay could go into a lot more detail. The Kuzumaki could really explain the lore of this game in full detail if you're curious. I'm not sure about it. But if nothing else, they play this game for the art style. It is so pretty, and you do have a gun. You have a gun and a sword. That's it. Those are your 2 weapons. Or maybe it's a light bow, but essentially a gun and a sword. But extremely pretty game. I had a lot of fun. It's not too long. I think it's like 10 hours, give or take.
All the magic.
Great game. Oh, I don't even know why I put this on here.
And I worked really hard to get.
I was playing Pokemon Legends Arceus came out, I think a couple months back, and it was exactly the time where I got COVID. So the game released, I put up a stream of me starting the game for about 4 hours or give or take. And then I got sick, and this was kind of my the way that I coped with having COVID. I would just get up and kind of mindlessly grind Pokemon and get all the Pokedex entries I could. I thought it was a decent game. I thought a lot of aspects are really cool. I love the way you catch Pokemon. I thought that it was missing a lot of the battles and gym fights that you have in other Pokemon games. So I'm hoping that the new Pokemon, Scarlet and Violet, have that. But I do love this. I love being able to take the Pokemon out of the balls and have them interact with each other.
With the Luxray.
Look how cute they all are.
Rylu. Oh, look at him! This group is a lot cuter than the group that I had swinging out here.
If you listen closely, I sound like hot garbage because my throat was destroyed by a virus over the past week.
I like Cyndaquil's eyes because he's always happy. Like, he never there is no sad Cyndaquil. I wish he had flames coming out of his back, but that's, you know.
Yeah, biggest complaint of the game. Cyndaquil and Typhlosion and Quilava, where are the flames at? Put the flames back on my boys. I don't know why they disappeared. I need those flames back. Game Freak.
Eevee is also just
make it happen.
Thing. I know it's just a dog, but like it's a cute dog. Literally everyone out here vibing. Gengar is straight sleeping. He's like the dad. He's sitting in the armchair. He's got his legs up. He's like got the football game on, and he's kind of like half asleep.
Then you got all the kids. Oh, fun game. I will probably never play it again. No replayability. I have no intention of ever playing that game again. It's just a grind fest. But the world is pretty cool, and I like being able to take the Pokemon out of the balls. Ooh, our next clip is actually from me playing Mario Kaizo, which I haven't beaten yet. But, no, I'm not hopping on Pokemon Unite. Hell no. I'm not playing a League of Legends clone. Yeah, we didn't end up beating this. It's on my list of things to do. This is one of the levels that I was on for about like an hour. And I think it was Whoopi who mentioned, like, put on a motivational speech. So you'll hear in the background, we have a motivational speech that I was listening to as I worked in the level. So you can just watch.
Road in a stormy weather. The heart of a champion you can never measure.
There you go.
You can't stop people from trying
We
to
got the
live
beat
in
poetry
reality.
lines in here.
You can stop it from becoming a reality.
You know, I have the saying, work like someone's trying to take it all away from you.
Architects, pioneers, innovators.
That's me.
Students, athletes, lawyers, doctors.
Professional gamer,
I'm sounding the alarm
athlete.
that a new mentality will emerge inside of you.
I need you to believe in every possibility that you have and understand that it is not over for you.
You gotta focus. We just need one good pipe jump.
Now is the moment to start making your impact.
Just one good pipe jump.
You want this thing as bad as you want to breathe.
One good pipe jump. Then don't get killed by the ghost. We did it! We did it! Gosh, that was... Oh, that pipe at the end. That golden pipe. This jump. When I say one good pipe jump, what I'm referring to is this jump at the end. This yellow pipe that you have to get into. It is like pixel perfect for whatever reason. You have to go so fast to make sure that this golden pipe is attached to the top part can move. So you can see it moves up and down. So you have to be able to jump in there before the platform you're standing on disappears. And it is like frame perfect, it felt like. I had been getting to that point over and over and over again for like the last 15 minutes of this run. And I just couldn't get in the pipe. So that's what I was referring to with one good pipe jump. We might come back to that. I don't know. I'm having too much fun with the other games I'm playing. But that was Mario Kaizo. It's basically just a ROM hack to make Super Mario World as hard as humanly possible. So yeah, that was one of the things from there. Playing some Mario Winning? No problem. Hey, that's what the clip's here for. It's there for it. And that's what we're reviewing it now. In case people forgot how good a gamer I am. I got proof. I got video proof. Oh. So this is from Majora's Mask, which I made a promise. I said I would not end stream until I murdered Skull Kid. I think the motivational speech was extremely beneficial in the Mario Kaizo run. Super nice. I might pull that out again for other hard situations. Maybe when we're playing Elden Ring, come up to a hard boss, turn a motivational speech on. works a little better. I don't know. So yeah, this is from Majora's Mask. I said that I would not stop playing this game until I beat it. You can see it took me about 5.5 hours. I dedicated most of my Sunday afternoon to playing the hell out of this game. And someone was convinced, someone kept telling me, you have to get every single mask to beat this game. And I was going to blow my brains out because I only had like 7 of 24. It turns out you definitely didn't. So thank God. This is the final boss fight where you're fighting Majora. It's just
everything that's going.
It is one of the most insane boss fights I think I've ever seen. In me leaving work to play Inscription was funnier. I might have an Inscription clip on here. We'll see. But yeah, the end boss fight in this game is one of the most insane boss fights I had ever seen. And you'll see here, Majora just kind of like moonwalks and like Fortnite dances on you and does all these ridiculous movements and it's just kind of flexing on you. And you're like, why is it this? Why is it not like a dragon that's attacking me? And it's just insane.
Going on here. I hate it. Stop it.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him moonwalking. And then he's like a child. And he makes these like high-pitched like wah, wah. And you just gotta beat him while he falls down. It was just...
I've never wanted to murder a creature more than this in my entire life.
It's just such a weird
how is his
experience.
Phase still going on?
Majora's Mask, okay, so I am complaining a lot in this clip because in order to play this boss, I lost the first boss fight because I was learning the mechanics of the boss. This is the second attempt. I lost the first run to Majora, and in order to replay the boss fight, you can play it with 3 hearts. You can run it as many times as you want, but it's only with 3 hearts, which is not enough hearts. If you want to come back with full hearts, you have to reset the day. You have to wait a full 3 days for the clock tower to open, and now allowing you to go back to this boss fight. It takes 20 minutes to reset this boss fight. And I was absolutely livid in that game design decision to do that. I thought it was ridiculous. That being said, I think that the dungeons in Majora's Mask were some of the best dungeons I had ever played. Mostly because of the fact that there's a timer on it. So all the dungeons were made in a way that if you knew what to do, you could really quickly execute everything. And it just felt so good to move through them like that. I also thought they did a really good job of condensing all of the dungeons into a very small area. One in particular that I really liked was the Water Temple, which was just, if you played any Zelda game, you will know that the Water Temple is the worst temple. It's just across the board. Everyone hates water levels. So I guess they got that feedback from Ocarina of Time. And what they did was they pretty much optimized it. One, they gave you a mask that allowed you to swim and swim fast. The Zora mask. And having that just makes the Water Temple so much better because you can move through the water, which is the main enemy of the entire area. And basically there's only 4 main dungeons and they're all absolute gas bangers. I did not do all the side quests. There's also a very fun side quest where you defend a ranch, a farm, from an alien invasion. And you just walk over there, and essentially, these girls, they're like, hey, we're 2 12-year-old girls. We live on the ranch. I'm named after the ranch. My parents don't live here. Every year, aliens invade. Would you mind killing them for us? And I was like, what? What game is this? Why are they putting in the game? So Nintendo went full buck wild on Majora's Mask and added all these insane elements that made it feel like a fever dream.
Yeah, like what is this?
Look at this! What is he doing? He's not even attacking.
Like
He's just
Fortnite
dancing.
on me.
So I don't know how much longer this fight goes on for, but it's basically just this, which is just insane that this is the final boss fight. Like, this is all it is. It doesn't get harder. It's just shoot him with an arrow and then hit him. Like, this is it.
Jesus.
I'm not even excited. I'm just. Oh no, it does
Get something
continue.
that's a little bit more aggressive.
Apparently, there's another phase. I misspoke.
Oh, that would do it.
And now the Child Majora became just an
This
absolute
feels like the final boss, right?
Chad. He's
he's
got
got
whips
whips
now.
We getting kinky up in here. I can't even stand up.
Oh,
All
Link,
right.
don't die.
Yeah, he is.
I think I have fairies in the back, if I'm being honest.
Woo-wee.
But essentially, as soon as you hit him, you can just kind of murder the hell out of him. You'll see that my movements here, I learned a lot from Majora's Mask and carried that into Elden Ring, where you also see me with a sword and shield dodging around enemies with whips and other weapons. I think it's going to be extremely funny to start playing games again after playing Elden Ring, where all the bosses are like I want to play Kirby. I want to play like the new Kirby game and look at it and be like, the boss is there and be like, oh, this is what a normal boss is. This isn't a FromSoft boss. Also, the whip doesn't do any damage to you. It's like, it just kind of gives you the win, which is insane. You want to play Metal Gear Rising? Look, man, I'll look into it, but like, I got a lot of games in the play. We'll talk about the future and later in the PowerPoint. All right, Majora, you got to be dead pretty soon here, right? You're ruining my content.
You got me good. That's okay. You got 2 lives.
Don't worry. Yeah, we got fairies in the bank. Oh yeah, we got more. Oh yeah, and the whole premise that the moon is crashing on, you're basically defeating the moon is insane.
Alright, he wants to be...
Alright, I guess we're already here. We'll watch the end of the Majora's Mask fight. I think that I would have loved this game a lot more if I played the 3DS remake of it.
Oh, he's got Beyblades.
Because, the aiming is just a lot better than that. You aim with the gyro of the Game Boy, of the 3DS, instead of having to use the crappy controls that are in the N64 game. Actually, I played the worst version of this game. I played the GameCube remake of this, and it was garbage. You ready for the co-op games? All right, we're almost done. We just finished the Majora's Mask fight. We have a few games left to cover. And then we'll be moving on into the other games. Until the co-op games. Imagine appearing. Oh, yeah. Jay's waiting for his moment. That's why he's here. He's waiting for, his content. He's got some bangers. He's got some absolute gas. This is Death's Door.
I don't know why they're even showing
Which,
me
if you didn't see me playing it, don't worry. It's an extremely short game. It only lasts about 2 streams. About 8 hours total. It is a lovely kind of isometric view where you play as a bird, you're like a crow, and your job is generally you work for the Grim Reaper, which is this guy that we're kind of defeating right now. And you collect souls from the dead.
Okay, he's gonna do the laser.
It's similar to Hyper Light Drifter and Tunic and all these other games. I'm not going to watch the whole boss fight here. But I wanted to mention Death's Door because I did have a lot of fun playing it, specifically for this grappling hook that I'm sure I'll whip out in a second. That move right there, that feels so good. That is one of my favorite mechanics from any of these kind of top-down action RPG games, was the fact that you can just whip across the entire map. You deal damage to the person by hitting them with the grappling hook. On top of that, you just pull yourself closer, and it's just a sick mechanic. Oh yeah, we got Cuphead. Don't you worry. So yeah, that's Death's Door. And I would have called it just a phenomenal game. I would have given it I think I gave it an 8 out of 10 in terms of gameplay. But it was dramatically overshadowed by the game that I played right after it, Tunic. So you can see they have very similar art styles, but there's a lot of things that are different.
If I say so myself.
One,
which I do.
Death's Door's bosses were not easy. They took some skill to do. On the flip side, Tunic's boss fights are absolutely insane. There's probably about 10 different bosses, and all of them have crazy moves that basically can stun lock you.
Oh, that is just
You can see that my health, which is the red bar, goes down almost immediately, and you have to dodge around everything. It is just one of my favorite games I've ever played. One, because the way that its story and gameplay is kind of explained to you through that instruction booklet, it is just gorgeous. We can look at the instruction booklet in a second. And two, because these boss fights are just so addictive and rewarding. And I know I've said that like probably a dozen times in this kind of wrap-up that we're doing, is that I love hard boss fights that feel good to complete. And yeah, so that's another reason why Tunic's up on my Game of the Year chart. It has a lot going for it.
Yeah, this is not going well.
So this is the final boss in the game, is what we're watching right now. It's a big plot twist. If you're gonna play the game, put your earmuffs on. It's the character that initially is shown to you as kind of being good person. It's like your god. She's the person that heals you when you're hurt, and you're like, oh, I gotta free her from this prison that she's in. It turns out when you do free her from that prison, all hell breaks loose. You have to do a lot of questing.
Somehow we're finding a way.
And you ultimately have to defeat her to win the game. This is actually the bad ending of the game. I did not do the true ending on stream. It's a little more complicated. You have to solve more puzzles in your booklet to complete. But essentially, when you beat her, you take her place and you bring, peace back to the world or whatever. Gosh. The music in this game is good. I think the art style is absolutely phenomenal. It was all made by one person. One person made this entire game, and that is why it took, I think it was 8 years of development of this one person just working their ass off to make this game just one of my favorites.
Let's go! Hell yeah!
Way to go, Joey.
Oh,
you deserve it.
I don't know how we found a way to do that.
So yeah, let's look at the instruction booklet, which I think I whip out. Yeah, here's some of it. This is an in-game instruction menu with hand-drawn images on how to complete quests and puzzles. I don't know if I actually page through it here. I'm sure I do. Yeah, here's us paging through it. There's 50 individually illustrated pages. You can see that there's writing on there. There's kind of images and writing, but it's not in English, so you can't even understand what it's saying. You have to use context clues, and it really brings you back to the earliest experience of gaming that I had on the Game Boy Color, where you open up the new game and it comes with its instruction book. And I couldn't really read yet. I remember playing Pokemon Crystal. I couldn't read any of the dialogue that's in there. You play entirely off context clues, and this really feeds into that. You don't need to know everything about a game. You don't need to read the entire wiki to optimize and min-max your character and play optimally and all that. And it was just a very unique experience and extremely rewarding. Also, look at the detail on all these pages. They put so much effort into drawing each and every one of these. You can see right down here in the corner, someone with pen wrote on here saying you had how to do the puzzle. You had I did at least have English everywhere. I was complaining that I couldn't read yet. I was 5, but you're right. At least I can. English is a pretty universal language. I had that going for me. But yeah, this instruction booklet, single-handedly made this game 10 out of 10 for me. Oh, this take 5 seconds. I wanted to quickly mention, we did a Mario Odyssey speedrun not too long ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. It took me about 2 hours to get to where Mario is right now. We spent about half an hour doing this one clip, this one trick jump. It's called Moonskip. Fab Money, you see him in the chat, was basically walking me how to do this speedrun trick in my speedrun. At this point, I could have gone through the Moon Cave and beaten the game normally as intended, probably twice, but I was locked on about beating it this way. So Mario has to go up, cap jump off this wall, jump off this ledge.
Oh.
Everything's extremely precise.
Go! Fuck yeah!
That was
oh
like
my God, we
probably
did it.
half an hour of tries
Hell yeah.
to skip something that would have taken me 20 minutes to do. But it felt very, very rewarding and great. We're currently doing a Mario Odyssey All Moons kind of run right now that I was going to do today, but this is taking a lot longer than expected, and I'm having a lot of fun doing this. So I'll probably just do this today. Tomorrow we'll do Mario Odyssey. Yeah, see if Fabman wants to be in here. It's great. Solid content. If not, watch the VOD. And lastly, we'll do a little Elden Ring in here. This is the Margit fight.
Garbage the whole time.
That I
It's
took
we're
about
wearing
an
him down.
hour
That was
on.
the farthest we've gotten.
And
I think the idea
it's really
of
just a
trying to wear
pop-off
him down
moment.
as long as possible.
I talked to some of my friends. This is the first required boss of the game, the first difficult boss. And apparently you're supposed to have done a lot more prior to coming here. We came here so early. We basically made a beeline for Margit. So we are drastically underleveled. We have almost no good equipment. We're basically doing this as a standard character. But I did not know that at the time. I was just following the path the game kind of provided me without really exploring. So this took me
Without the help
probably a full
seems to be a
hour
good strategy.
to complete this fight. Margit is really the first get good element of the game that forces you to understand the basic gameplay mechanics that I'm still learning. But it is a difficult boss
Yeah,
that I have
daggers
died
at
on
me, I
countless times. Yes, and this is where Cactus the Cliff Jumper kind of came into being. I have fallen off that ledge that I almost jumped off right there probably 10 times because I kept trying to stay close to Margit to get a crit or to do
There we go.
something,
Nice
and I would
little
just
crit.
fall off the edge.
First one of the day.
So yeah, and now I've kind of leaned into it, and so I jump off everything that I get my hands on.
Yep.
The over-under was 15 tries.
Die.
I
Okay,
think it
all
took
that
me
stuff I
closer
just
to
healed
30.
is now gone.
But that being said, again, after talking to other people who played this game, it sounds
Another
like
crit?
we were
Don't mind if I
drastically
do.
underleveled.
Oh, she took it.
So I don't
Okay.
mind the additional tries it took. Also, the fact that I had never played a FromSoft game before, I think that went pretty well. I'm sorry, no, this was actually first
Okay.
try. I apologize. God. Watching Margit now, it's actually insane. Like,
Okay.
some of the later bosses are even more difficult.
Keep hitting him.
I mean, she's still only halfway dead, and we are about to lose our summon
A
here.
third crit. Let's go. We're figuring it out, baby.
This is Rogier. It's actually a character we meet later in the game. I don't actually know that. I noticed that right now.
Before she dies.
This is where I call in the wolf pack to assist. The wolves are there to distract her so that I can land my big crit hits, which are these big jump attacks. So it's really
That is-
easy in this game to get stun locked and just die. If you get it, one hit does not take all of your health away. You're not at one tap, but what happens is you'll get hit once and it will stun you and you're basically unable to move or dodge, and then they hit you 8 times. Is kind of the hard part of
Hit him,
this.
wolves. Do something.
We still have 2 flasks here. We're actually in a pretty good shape. Less than a quarter health done. Ultraviolence Doom Eternal, basically. I assume that's just the expert mode of Doom Eternal.
Okay. Get him, wolves.
But
Get him.
yeah,
Keep attacking him.
oh,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I get my
so I'm
stamina
basically
back.
just letting the wolves do the work here. I'm kind of freaking out. We haven't really been here before. We have extra health potions. The wolves are out and they have enough health to keep going. So I'm basically like, as long as I can stay alive. I don't know why I'm not healing now. I'm playing this extremely stupidly, but it seems to work out. He did the jump move. We love the jump move.
Stab.
We've a crit. Rip his heart out. Fuck yes, yes. Fuck yeah. Oh my god. It's another classic Cactus Joy moment. I really enjoyed that one. That felt really good. All right. And that wraps up all of these single-player highlights that I had accumulated. It took us a while to go through. And we've played if you haven't figured it out yet, we have played a lot of games over the past year. I missed a lot of them because I'm bad at remembering to put my VODs on YouTube. But that is what I could grab in the 2 hours I took grabbing those. So yeah, a lot of fun. Hopefully you enjoyed watching the single player clips, because now we're talking about 2+ player. We played a number of different games in the cooperative category. I think some of the highlights for me were Cuphead and Operation Tango. Those were 2 absolute gas games that we played. I played a lot with Takuzumaki, Jay, as well as my brother TTG Jacobiachi. We played 3D World together, and we played Castle Crashers as a group. A lot of fun. Oh, also Chicory. We played a little bit of co-op on there. Live, Laugh, Love, we're not going to go too much in depth. I do want to at least mention the category, because I thought I had come up with this category on my own. I thought it was an extremely good category to run that was pretty much fun to do. Live, Laugh, Love percent, or LLL percent, was the rule is that you have to make a house in the overworld, the nether, and the end, and also get a pet for each house. So it's a lot of fun. At least on paper, I thought it was fun. It turned into a lot more of a depressing act in the end. We were able to make a house both in the overworld and the nether, and we made matching houses. And when I say we, I mean Jay. Takuzumaki did all of the house building. He made a design all on his own. It was beautiful. It was modern. It was absolute gas. And we basically made a copy of our overworld house in the nether with the materials that live there. I gotta give credit to Jay for the house decoration and building. The reason we don't talk about Live, Laugh, Love percent is the ending. So, me and Jay, through about, I don't know, probably 5 hours of playing, we had gotten Blaze Rods, Ender Pearls, found the Stronghold, made it to the End Portal, and we had 11 Eyes of Ender. We were banking on it having at least one eye in the portal, because we accidentally messed up, and I think we threw one too many pearls, and we were only left with 11. So we're basically at the portal, we put 11 in there, and we just kind of looked at each other, and we're like, I do not want to go back to the nether, because the green forest was so far away. We looked in the overworld to find an enderman, we couldn't find one. After an hour of kind of just searching for this one ender pearl, we were just like, screw it, whatever, we're done, and we didn't really come back to it. And the category is still fun to run. I wouldn't mind doing it again. I know Minecraft just came out with a new version, so it might be fun to do on there, but man, it was a lot more stressful and annoying than I would have liked. Yeah, that was Live, Laugh, Love percent, LLL percent. So yeah, also Heavenly Bodies, we don't talk about that game either. We are, actually I will point out, let's see if it's changed. Me and Jay are actually world record holders in Heavenly Bodies. We absolutely are. So here is the speedrun leaderboard for Heavenly Bodies. You'll notice that the any percent co-op, it took 38 hours and 25 minutes of in-game time. That is the current world... Oh, this is minutes. Damn it. Never mind. I lied. We're not world record holders anymore. This was actually vacant when we played the game, so we could have submitted that for a world record at the time. We did it in about, I want to say, like 8 hours, 6 hours, something like that. Somewhere around there. But there was no one else up here. This is actually a crack time. This is an absolutely insane time for this game. Damn. Yeah, but Heavenly Bodies is extremely difficult. It's basically like QWERTY, the stupid running game, or kind of like Humans Fall Flat, but it's just so hard. Yeah, it was fun to play, but I'm not playing it again. So, without further ado, let's move on to the 2-player clips, or the co-op clips. A world record's still a world record. We should have submitted it. We had it all, actually no, it was a 2-sitting run, so we couldn't submit it. But hey. So, why are there so many clips? Because I thought that was the best way to show the games you played, and it's better than me just talking over a PowerPoint. I think the clips are better than me just talking. So this is actually one of the first clips I made. This was of... We were actually just playing to beat the game initially. That was the plan. I was trying to beat Minecraft with a group because I was too afraid to do it on my own. So I requested some help from Jay and my buddy Joe. And yeah, we were just grinding in here, trying to grab some things.
No, they call me Johnny Dang because I got the gold.
Okay.
Whoa, holy fucking shit,
Everything's
guys.
fine. Everything's fine. Everything's
scared.
fine. Everything's fine. I just.
I almost died, man.
Oh.
So, in case you didn't catch it, Jay is basically down, Takuzumaki down here, mining away, and I end up fighting a creeper. He freaks out. He's like, "What's going on? I'm bringing all these mobs down here." I kill a skeleton. I'm like, "All right, I killed this skeleton," but in my mind, I'm thinking there's another skeleton for whatever reason. I think there's a 3rd skeleton down here, and if you look. I think that Jay is a skeleton, and I just one-tap him. For whatever reason, he has about half a heart at this point, and I just murder him on the spot. So that was fun. I think we know who the alpha is. It's Jay. Jay is always the alpha. He's always saying he's the alpha male in the relationship. This is from a stream I did with my brother TTG Kobayashi. We were playing through 3D World, and this is one of the last levels. I am beta. Whoa! Don't be put my doggo in there. Don't put Pizza in there. Pizza ain't no beta. Pizza is an alpha. That is Pizza. That's an emote you can spam whenever you want. When someone brings up Pizza, just post the dog, and then you'll be like, "That's why is that tied with Pizza?" And you can explain to him. It's the best name for a dog, and she's the best dog. Pizza is so great. We love Pizza. This is 3D World. This is one of the later levels in the game. Basically, if you fall off the platform here, you die immediately. The lava doesn't like burn you like it does in Odyssey. It just one-taps you. We were on here for probably about 20 minutes trying to get all 3 stars. So yeah, this is just, we'll just watch the clip.
Okay.
I'm Luigi.
We're getting
Jake
it.
is
Definitely
Peach.
moving forward. We're getting better.
There's a lot of cool mechanics you can do in co-op. Jake dies almost immediately. He is out. He is absolutely gone. Whoa! Is that Pizza with shades? Whoo! Looking good. And basically I have to beat the level by myself at this point. Alright, here's Jake coming back on.
Okay.
Alright, so now it's a 2-player run again. We got both our people back. We'll definitely survive together, right? You know, have some backup options.
That one actually was helpful.
Petch is moving along. She's going fast. We're grabbing some power-ups here. I am the platformer. If you haven't figured that out at this point, I do play a lot of platforming games. Alright, so now there's 2 of us again. I have a Tanuki suit, which lets me kind of float in the air longer. Peach has that by default. Peach can automatically float in the air. It's one of her kind of abilities. So we're getting on the platform. We got 2 of us. We're at the last stage of the level. We just need to survive. We need to grab 1 more star and survive. Peach is dead immediately. Literally immediately. He lasted 0.2 seconds. And he's like, "That's all on you, Tanuki Luigi."
Dead? Are you joking?
Anyways, I'm platforming away. We still have to grab... Ooh, that was a clutch save there. I gotta avoid these rats, stay on this moving platform, and there's a green star I have to grab. You'll see in a second. I have to grab this green star. We're playing all stars. So I come back, grab the star, float long enough to get back onto the platform.
Oh my god.
An absolutely insane play. Peach is continuously just wasting through the amount of lives over there.
I can't.
We started this level with 99.
I've tried so many times to get back, but you did it all night.
And we made it in the level.
What? I don't care. I don't even care. Oh, thank God.
We're out of there. Thank you.
So yeah, 3D Horror is really fun. The end stage is where you meet Cat Bowser. We died to him a few times. I would have put the end fight on here, but it just wasn't that interesting, to be honest with you. It's basically an escape sequence. You just jump up the castle. And you beat Cat Bowser. It's not as... I thought the fire level was a more interesting thing.
In CS?
Oh, apparently we're also in a Discord call with some people playing Counter-Strike at the time. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't include that one. But anyways, I had a lot of fun playing Bowser's 3D World and Bowser's Fury, the whole game. All right, moving on. Let me go to the bathroom right quick. Then we're gonna cover Cuphead, because Cuphead was one of my favorite things we did on stream. I love Cuphead. All right, Cuphead time. So, before we start talking about Cuphead, I'm going to give a little bit of background on me and Jay's experience in the game. I bought Cuphead on the Xbox One pretty much when it released back in probably 2017. Because, honestly, the art style alone was enough to compel me to play the game. And I think it should be enough to compel anyone to play the game. It's just beautiful to look at. I remember playing through probably the first island, kind of like the first probably 5 bosses, and then getting to a point where I was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. Then I bought the game on Switch thinking, okay, I was probably like 2 years later. I was like, all right, well now it's mobile. I'll be able to like move around. It's kind of like something I can do when I have downtime, like at the airport or on vacation. So that was kind of my mindset. I got about through half of the second island, so a little bit further before I was like, you know what? I can't do it. I can't. So this is the third time I purchased the game. I purchased it on Steam specifically to play it co-op with my buddy Jay Takuzumaki. Because I was saying, hey, I can't muster up the kind of the mental fortitude to get through this on my own. I need someone to share the struggle with, to indulge in. So I talked to Jay about playing the game with me. He expressed that he had 0 experience in realistically platformers in general. He was like, Joey, I don't know how to platform. It's gonna be rough. And I was like, you know what? It's fine. We will learn together. We will get through it together. So his first clip. So we're at Island 1. This is very early in the game. We're an hour and a half into playing it. As you can see, we have a speedrun timer. I kind of put the speedrun on as kind of a meme because it was like absolutely not a speedrun. It was just seeing how long it was gonna take us to beat it. This was the first aha moment that we had, and I want to put special emphasis on it. This is Jay realizing that there was a particular item on the flower boss that was messing us up for the past let's see, how long were we playing it before this one? For the last 20 minutes. We were playing this one boss for 20 minutes, and Jay had the big brain idea to say, hey, you know this brain thing that's been killing you constantly? I think I know how to stop that from happening. And if I just parry this little pink object, we won't have to worry about it. So, after him saying that, we were like, all right, let's do a test run of that theory, and let's see if we can, let's see how far we get. So this is our test run. We're just seeing if it works.
It's 3. Okay, sweet. All right. Awesome.
Oh, and I guess I bought an extra heart because I felt like I didn't need the dash.
Goodbye.
Not important.
All right. I think it's gonna be. If I can have 4 hearts for that, that's gonna be so helpful.
Yeah, and if I can auto parry the pinks, then we won't have to worry about the brain.
Like I mentioned.
Oh, because after the brain spawns?
That's the brain spawn from the pink one.
Oh my god, that is clutch. All right, 1 second. Let me equip it.
So anyways, this is like the first real boss in Cuphead. Floral Fury.
All right, this test run.
And it's a meme inside of itself. I'm sure you've seen, you know, innocent flower versus evil flower.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, it's the brains. It's the brains.
So my job in this, I'm Cuphead, Jay is Mugman. My job is to, yes, that thing that he just parried was the thing that spawned the brain and caused us all our trouble. My job is to use the scatter shot to murder, you know, these kind of floating teeth thing and to deal damage to the flower. Jay's job is basically to provide support, parry everything, and that's how you kind of ran it. That was, honestly, that's why I included it. I thought that was the first big brain play that really changed the entire like method of the game.
Holy crap! Getting rid of those going low, going low. You also need to switch between your guns.
So at this point, we're basically just hanging out. We're like, we're just excited that the theory worked out, and that we're like, oh, this will work going forward. So we're, you know, we're just playing along, but
going high.
I think neither one of us expected this to be a dub.
I can't talk faster.
So we're, you know, we're just casually going along.
Get the going high thing. I think we're Gucci. Going high or going low. Because the acorns are its own problem, but I can deal with that on my own. It's just like going high. Like,
all right, here it is. Watch for that pink one.
So you can see Mugman here going for, he's looking for the pink thing that's over there, and he gets the parry last second.
All right, see,
an absolutely important move. And Mugman's back to life. Mugman is the blue person. Cuphead is the red person.
And I can auto hit the pink, his little pink orbs.
And I will not let Mugman die. It's a good trade. We're just surviving. Jay plays as Mugman. Takuzumaki is Mugman. Cactus is Cuphead. Red boy.
Got hit. That's okay.
And now I'm dead. Rescued. An absolutely clutch move. And I'm just, at this point, just throwing damage. Just like, he can't be alive for that much longer.
Let's go, Jay! Test run my ass. Oh my god. Jay, that was such a great idea. I didn't... Way to read that the pink things spawn the brains. Oh my gosh. Having those brains gone made that so easy.
Look, again, this is an hour and a half into a game that Jay had absolutely zero experience in. I think he played phenomenally throughout this entire speed run. And just to prove it, here's the end of the game. We are 8 hours and 52 minutes into the game at this point to get to this stage, which actually, looking back, is not that long. I think we played pretty well. So this is the last boss in Cuphead. Is the devil. If you don't know the story behind Cuphead, essentially, Mugman and Cuphead make a deal with the devil. I don't even know what the deal was. They bet their souls, though. So it's so basically, we just sat down and grinded this devil together over again.
Jay, I have a question. Were you?
There's a dice clip? There is not a dice clip, but I can definitely grab it, I'm pretty sure.
How does he know what her heartbeat was?
We'll look for the dice clip after this.
It was like her heart, like.
Because I believe I have all the Cuphead content.
No one was there when she died.
I made sure to clip that. You know what I am a little bit upset about? I'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll cover that in a bit.
Alright, that's cool. I was just curious because I told this guy at work that, and he was like, that doesn't make any sense because of this thing.
Oh, we're talking about these. We're discussing the Kanye album,
Kanye told you, like,
Donda.
He is the guy.
And I was explaining Jay mentioned that the start of the album is his mother's heartbeat, and I thought that was a crazy insight. So I went to work and I was like, oh, did you know that the start of that album is actually his mom's heartbeat? And this my coworker basically looked at me as like, how would they know what the heartbeat was? Who is there recording his mother's heartbeat at the moment of her death? Because she died alone. That was the thing. Anyways, I'm not sure.
If he says something,
I don't know why I felt the need to explain it. I look, I still believe it is. And I think Jay made some good points. It's like it could have been a heartbeat from earlier.
canonical for the world.
In the Donda story.
Not in the Donda story, just in the world history.
Donda.
I do actually.
Donda. All right.
Dying heartbeat. I think was her heartbeat just in general, because she did have surgery at one point, so I assume he would know what her heartbeat sounded like.
That makes sense.
In case you guys couldn't tell, we're now at the main stage, the second stage of the devil. It's just a mano y mano. It's just a one Cactus Joe versus devil.
And who knows? It might be like a slightly.
Oh, I also should point out that the previous boss is King Dice, and we'll try to find a clip of it after this. That took us, honestly, 2 hours to do by itself. So we came into this devil fight, we dedicated like a whole day to this last fight because we assumed that this would have been the hardest fight in the entire game, was the last boss. So you can see here, this stream only took an hour. And most of that is us going through Cuphead merch and lore. So it only took us half an hour to beat this devil. So that's why we're being so casual and just talking about random stuff, because we did not expect to win this devil fight so quickly.
Remember what his mom's heartbeat was.
He might be slightly autistic. I think he's bipolar. I don't think he's ever come out as openly autistic.
I don't know.
Might be like,
Not
be like a genius or something.
It's a lyrical genius of our generation.
He is a genius.
He might have, like,
Well said, Cactus. Well done.
Only of his mom's heartbeat. We've all had some type of thing like that, right?
Just absolutely just crushing it platforming wise. Not getting hit by anything. Still with 3 hearts left. Just doing great. Not getting hit by anything. Using those supers to really do a lot of damage here. Avoiding both the skulls being thrown.
Very useful right now. Oh, he's crying.
Wait, can I parry all of these? Oh, he's got to dodge around.
This is the first time we've gotten here, and
That's correct. Oh my God, that's it. What?
We made him cry, bro.
I know. I felt bad at the end there. That wasn't bad at all.
I think that was fastest time.
That was 30 minutes.
So, yeah, it just goes to show how much of an improvement we made in Cuphead at this point. It took us longer to do the flower boss than it took us to the devil at the end. I am going to go, let's see if we can go grab the King Dice video right quick. Yeah, that was a great clutch at the end there. Really wrapped it up nicely. I'm not going to spend too long looking here. I really should organize actually, I might have organized this in a playlist. Cuphead? Oh my God, look at me making a playlist. Let's see here. Part 3, Part 4, probably. Yeah.
Where I brush my teeth, but that's about it.
I mean, you hit the bare minimum.
So we can watch the King Dice fight, because the King Dice fight is phenomenal. Yeah.
We'll be fine.
You need to live. Like you're on boss.
So I'll build some backstory on what Jay's talking about. The last thing after you basically have to, if you don't know the story of the way this game works, King Dice is actually a combination of a lot of individual mini bosses you have to deal with to defeat King Dice as a whole. Basically, your job is to move from this start block. You can see the little purple triangle on it right now, to get it all the way over to the end, Fin, F-I-N, the other side. So there's a dice block that will spawn in the middle, and you can roll a 1, 2, or 3, and you basically have to move across here. Each one of the red numbers indicates a mini-boss you have to fight. We had planned a whole strat. You'll also notice that there's some hearts on the kind of numbers. If you land on one of these hearts, you get an extra hit point added to yourself. The main thing we were having problems with, you'll see.
It's like,
Hitting the dice, yeah, you were correct, Jay. Hitting the dice by itself is a struggle, an absolute struggle.
Do the boss.
So let's watch. Oh, I'm sorry. And we're resetting to line up these hearts on bosses we know we can take out. Each one of these numbers represents a different mini boss. They're static. They don't change. So, like, I specifically wanted this heart to be on an 8 because I know I can beat that boss easy peasy. We know we can beat that boss. And the 2, I believe, as well. So we wanted to avoid some of these numbers because we didn't like those bosses.
But you definitely got it.
All right, we have the setup here. We got 3 free hearts. 2, 2, 2. Okay.
I can help like as your res man.
We also, you'll notice that we're using a ton of different types of shot. I have these little spinning blades that go backwards after you shoot them. Jay has a locking on target thing. We really, there was probably half an hour of planning put into just this run to optimize it well because we were having so much struggle with it.
Very good as ringleader.
I mean, dude, I literally went there with 1 HP last time. Like, I folded on number 7. Like, I tried. So this guy is, you know, his own...
That's the only strategy we're going to use to win.
So it looks like what I've done is I've forgone the dash ability in exchange for additional hearts. Maybe not.
Use Joey Carey.
I mean... So I'm going for pure...
No!
Yeah, I'm pissed here because you only get this amount of hearts for the entire battle, and I lost a heart in the first 5 seconds. My general strat is to do big damage. Jay's is to stay alive. I know that poker chip. We are getting very familiar with these bosses, as you can tell. I was saying I know that specific poker chip. We had gotten to a point where we knew each mini boss's attack patterns. Alright, whatever. Got the first one done. Did you get hit too? So we both lost 1 hit point for that, but... Free hit, that's fine. Alright, another 2, another 2, another 2. We had a free heart there, so it didn't matter that much. 2, 2, 2. Alright, now we need 3. 3, 3, 3. Alright, this is horses. I think this is fine.
Yes. Remember, he jumps up on the last person, but which is usually me, so...
Okay. So this is one of the aerial battles. I am known for being absolutely garbage at these aerial battles. I like the platforming and running gunning. I'm bad at the plane missions. This is where I think this is one of the most fun fights for how much I'm forgetting how much planning we did into this thing and how like we planned out each mini boss. We kept resetting for heart runs and all of that. Like we put a lot of effort into this. Like we really optimized this. Like you can see before each boss, like Jay mentions, like remember this guy does this jump attack, or remember, you know, you do this. It looks like that somebody jumped on me. So here, there's a lot going on the screen. So just to walk you through, you have the big horse up here throwing these presents at you. Meanwhile, there's small horsemen underneath running on the ground, and a few of those jump up to do damage directly to your plane. So you can't go too far low, and to make sure you keep an eye on each one of them to make sure if they jump at you, you avoid them. I think it's the ghost one that jumps. I mean, that would make sense. It is the ghost one that jumps. Yeah. So there's a lot to keep in mind over and over again. All right, good. That was a free level. So we took 0 damage on that run. Plus, we both have supers, which is very important.
Okay. I think it is the last guy.
So we need a 3 here. A 3? 3. Oh. 3. I'm not even going over the safe spot. All right.
8-ball.
8-ball. The 8-ball is one of Jay's least favorite bosses. It's my favorite. I think this boss is the easiest one in the King boss fight. Okay. Essentially, all you have to do is dodge these little chalks on the ground, because the big 8-ball just takes so long to do everything. So you can see that Cuphead is basically just standing right underneath him, shooting straight up in the air. Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, I could speak about... I didn't add this to my Game of the Year link. I probably should have. I guess I just worried about single-player games. But man, like, this is a 10-year... In case you don't know, there we go. Cuphead was a 10-year project of 2 guys that basically they dedicated their entire lives and they gambled everything on this game doing well. They quit their full-time jobs. Yeah. This is what I remember seeing, like, clips of Cuphead from, like, I don't know, back when I was reading, like, Game Informer magazine, like back when magazines were the way you got content, and seeing that in there. This game had been talked about for a long time.
All right, we're in a pretty good spot. Dual supers. I got
And
lots
it was
of-
like basically just 2 people. The team
be
is
able
very
to do
small.
some
So
damage
this is
here.
the King Dice fight. And yeah, every animation is hand drawn. There's thousands of individual drawings that were put into this game. And there's a reason it looks so good. So Cuphead 2, I don't know about, but the Cuphead DLC is coming out in June. So if you like any of this, get excited for Cuphead in June. So this is the end of the boss battle. You basically have to parry off all of these pink cards. You can't touch the ground because there's so many.
I had 4.
You had 3.
You know, everything hurts you.
I had 3.
Oof. I tried. See, I have this problem where if I see Jay as a ghost, I have to save him. And I think that's hurt us a lot in the past. But, you know, no man left behind mentality. That's the way of the Cactus
We
crew.
both hit him with our super. You're doing big damage right now.
So basically, you're just trying to stay alive during these card stuff. And then do damage in between.
Nice run.
And also, in case you don't know,
Let's
Let's
go!
fucking go.
Oh my
I
god.
told you, bro. We just gotta get you to the end. That's it.
I had 5 HP at the end.
beautiful game. We love Cuphead. Honestly, one of my favorite games we played on the stream. That kind of like that energy from that game was just so powerful. Loved it. Oh. Also, the bosses have twice as much health if you play in co-op, so that's why it's so like if one of you dies, it's really clutching it out if the one person makes it to the end because you have to do double damage. Oh, why does Pumpkin Boy do cool wall case on here? Is it a co-op game?
Yesterday. Well, I say I think.
This is the end of Celeste. This is the main story. We don't need to watch that. We already covered Celeste. This is just a highlight I found from Unravel. This was Unravel was kind of a more or less throwaway game that was on Game Pass, and I was like, yeah, let's play this. You play as 2 yarn boys. You do kind of a puzzle thing.
You ready?
Yep. We go.
This is again with me and Kuzumaki.
Come here.
Just running through it.
Come here.
You'll never find me.
Come here.
You have no idea where I am.
Come here.
Oh, there's a cool... the best part about this game... This is the gay game. Yeah. Actually, this is why I put the clip in here. You'll see in a second. My favorite mechanic about this game is you can play with 2 players, but if you want, you can just become 1 player and have them carry you throughout the whole game. So you can see like my blue yarn boy like envelops the pink yarn boy, and I'm just letting Jay carry me to the end.
Wait, I think I can give you a hug.
I'm part of you now. You are consistently giving me a hug. You never stop giving me a hug.
Let me try. Don't come off me yet. Let me try.
It
something.
made
Come
me.
here.
Dude,
Damn
we're in a
it. I was
cutscene.
gonna try to kill myself.
I want to try something. Come here right quick. Kill self.
I'm scared, John.
Oh my gosh!
Ghost.
I thought.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that. I did not realize that was an animal. I thought that was like a small boat or a piece of garbage floating on the water. Turns out it's a swan.
I thought it was like a piece of plastic or something. Slow mo.
I also did this. It's a great segue. You'll see in a second.
Oh, you fell. They're fucking.
What part of this makes you think that?
The bird getting fucked.
The swan.
Jay was convinced that the 2 characters you saw throughout the background were gay lovers, and he was correct. The game had no indication of saying that. We had to go into the lore of the game and talk to the developers. There was an interview with the developers who, like, it wasn't openly stated in the game. He's like, oh, no, they were, he specifically mentioned they were, like, it was, like, dealt with some of those problems. And I was like, Jay, I have no idea how you read that. So the reason I chose the swan clip from the Unraveled game was because I wanted to show off Untitled Geese game. This is another game I played with Kuzumaki, Jay. We had a lot of fun with this one. The standard game by yourself, solo running Goose Game, it is kind of hard. Like, you to get all the achievements, it takes a long time, and you have to play pretty smart. The addition of co-op basically means it's not hard at all. You just kind of, it really makes the game a lot easier and way more fun because you basically are two geese just honking away. And it's great. I wanted to showcase this specific scene because I thought it was such a crazy idea we had. There's a, kind of set the stage. There's a woman over here that if you position yourself in a certain area, she will put a ribbon on you. And there's one red ribbon in the area. You can kind of see it off on the clip. We found a blue ribbon way on the other side of the map. And what we did was we brought the blue ribbon over here with the plan being like, oh, she'll put the red ribbon on one of us and maybe she'll put the blue ribbon on the other and then just be handsome little boys. So yeah, we'll watch that. Perfect. And now Jay artfully takes her place. And then I will remove the red ribbon. Jay really wanted the blue ribbon.
Take it through the thing.
Do what? So Jay's goose is positioned in a way to look at like a statue, and her objective is she thinks it's a statue, and she's putting the ribbon back on the statue. She thinks she's gotten rid of the goose, but she's wrong. There's a second goose.
Tie it.
A saboteur
what is wrong
lurking among us.
There you go. All right, don't look at the goose. She got the red ribbon for some reason. That's fine. You get a ribbon, and no one can take that away from you.
All right, I'm gonna honk at her, but I'm not gonna let her hit me.
Wait.
Because if she hits me, then I'm done. But if she goes and looks for her goose again.
So Jay is now distracting her. He's bringing her over to him, and the intention there is so that I can sneak into position and have her put the blue ribbon on me. It's a very artfully designed plan.
I'll be fucked. So I'm gonna go and do something to fucking make her angry.
Wait. Yeah, if you just get out of there. Just get out of there.
I can't.
You also can't move too far away from each other. The camera won't let you. So that's what he's saying there. He can't move out of the way. He's forced to stay somewhat near me.
What do you mean you can't?
Yeah, I'm stuck to where close to you.
Oh, okay. But like now I'm in position. Do you think she'll put the blue ribbon on me? Don't gong her.
I'm not gonna gong her. I'm gonna get closer so you can see.
Okay, she got the blue ribbon. Things are going well. Oh my god, no way. No way!
Yes, let's go. Alright, let's get the fuck.
So again, I want to reiterate, this blue ribbon was nowhere near this wood. We were playing a long gamble to bring this blue ribbon back to her with the hopes that she would tie it on one of us.
We got our goal.
So now we both have ribbons. Two handsome little men. Two handsome boys. The thing is now, every NPC in the game, if they catch you, they will remove that ribbon. I don't know why it's programmed in there, but if you're holding anything, every NPC wants to take it away from you. So, keep that in mind. Our goal is, we're basically playing on hardcore mode now. Basically, if anyone finds out about us or gets us, they're going to remove our ribbon. We'd have to go back here, this specific spot, to have it re-equipped. So we're like, all right, we're going to play this really safe, and we're not going to get anyone to take our ribbon away. All right, let's get the boy out of here, boys. Ribbon gang. Oh my god. Why can't I maneuver? All right, I just find
Go.
Okay. The handsome geese.
Wait, his speed her up.
Oh my god. Okay, so no, he's coming for the ribbon.
No, he's gotta go. We gotta go.
See, you notice the NPC is like flashing between the red ribbon and the blue ribbon. He has got eyes on our prize, and he is coming for him. And that's not just him. He does not know what a ribbon is. He does not, like, that's not his ribbon. That's just every NPC is going to be looking at that and being like, I got to take that from him.
Get out of here.
Fuck you. Whatever, we won.
All right, so that's Goose Game. We've completed it. That's ribbon percent. Bro, I like the idea that now every NPC we come across is gonna try to steal our ribbons. We just made this is hardcore mode at this point. Oh.
So you may be thinking like, Joey, why is the clip still running? You guys did it. You'll see why the clip's still running in a second.
You hear the echo?
Yeah. Let me do it.
Jay knows. Jay knows what happened. He
That's
was there.
good. Oh my god. Do you know how great is he? What if we brought the walkie-talkies over here and dumped it down there? Whoa!
So, you'll notice, back up here, if you get close to an object, whether it's being held by the other goose or just in the world, you'll see these little white lines all around the object. And that means you can pick it up. The geese can take each other's neck, scarves off.
Bruh. Whoa!
And Jay was going for the handle of the door. And instead of grabbing the handle of the door, he ripped my lovely blue ribbon off of my neck and stabbed me in the back.
Oh my god. Do you know how great is he? What if we brought the walkie-talkies over here?
He was jealous of the blue ribbon that I held because he had always wanted the blue ribbon.
Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. Wait.
And then I really wanted to steal this ribbon off him. I really did. Someone else took it off him later. Nope, he still has it. You can see that he still has it. But no, it was a super fun game. You basically just run around honking. It's great. We had a lot of fun playing Goose Game. The honking begins. I have Live, Laugh, Love % on here. This is where Jay found his dog, which is required for the Live, Laugh, Love % run.
There's another one over there. 3 total.
So I got my pupper. I think I ended up getting like 4 dogs.
Got it. And then Jay. There you go.
Oh, you can see I have a skin. It's a cactus skin.
Come on. Dog luck.
Jay really wants the dog that's inside the Minecraft pit.
I know. There he is. Let's go.
That was only 1 bone.
He named his dog Pit. Let's see if the house is on here. Yeah, we'll do a little house tour. There it is. This is the house that Jay made. And it's definitely way more impressive than it needed to be. The run requirements that you just need to build a house with, I think, a bed, a crafting table, a furnace, and a sign that said, a chest, and a sign that said Live, Laugh, Love. So it could have just been a dirt house. But Jay went above and beyond here, and you can see this phenomenally modern structure that he built. I was hard at work grabbing iron and materials. He was hard at work building a place for us to live in.
My dog does not want to go into a pit.
Pit is still waiting. Yeah, they're still waiting on that server. They're literally just sitting in the house, just waiting for something to do. We have not been back there in like months. So yeah, you can see the sign, Live, Laugh, Love. That's one of the requirements of a Live, Laugh, Love % run. I don't think I have the VOD from when we went to the Nether on this, or if I do, I didn't find it when I was looking through clips. But yeah, it's we did it. The Nether house I thought was more impressive because we had to basically everything that's planks we had to make it out of. We made it out of redwood. We had to go find that. It was a complex task. But yeah, that was Live, Laugh, Love %. We already talked about it. It ended up kind of badly. This is Chicory. It's also my game of the years. I freaking love Chicory. You can actually switch between co-op and single player at will. So I was probably about halfway through the game, and I was talking to Jay on like Discord, and I was like, "Hey, if you want to play, feel free." And he's like, "Yeah, I'll hop on. I'll do some coloring." So he helped me design. This is Pizza. The dog is the main character is Pizza. You did warn me. It's like, Joey, I'm real high. I can't really focus on completing puzzles. I'm just going to get coloring. And I was like, that's all you need to do. This game is very low impact on people. Like, you just kind of hang out. And that's all we did. So yeah, this is some highlights from the game.
And then if you still don't think they're good enough, you can talk to your dad and he just straight gives you the answer. Sorry, I wasn't at the phone. It's me, Mom. My mom looks adorable.
Hello, pizza!
Oh,
And it's great. You can color your mom, right? You can color anything. So like this cutscene right here, you could paint her a different color right now. You can paint anything at any point. It's great.
You want to do my mom's voice?
Yeah, I'll do your mom's voice. How are you doing?
You explain your whole situation to Mom.
You didn't. That's not your whole situation. Oh, I see. sounds like you should find whatever is at the heart of Spoon's Island.
All right. Oh.
The puzzle there might be tricky, but you can do it, sweetie.
It is just so cute and wholesome.
At least that's what I think. It's always good to hear from you, Pizza. Call me again sometimes, okay?
Okay, Mom. So, I mean, you can see here that we're pretty fond of the name Pizza at this point. I think it just stuck to be like cute doggo named Pizza. Yeah, you can tell Jay's voice acting skills top notch, phenomenal, through the roof. We love it.
Yeah, call your mom. Oh, jeez.
That is, by the way, that is a cool mechanic I didn't mention earlier in the game. That's how you get hints in this. If you want help on how to solve a puzzle in an area, which none of them are like insanely difficult, you can call your mom, you can call your parents for help. So your mom gives you kind of a vague answer on how to complete the task. But if you're still like, that doesn't help me enough, I need someone to handhold me, they'll give you an option to talk to your dad. And your dad literally will say, hey, I would recommend going straight up 2 frames, going left 2 frames, going down, and be like, but that's just my guess. So I thought that was a really cool way of introducing hints. You don't, like, if you don't care about them, my dad literally doesn't, in this game he does. Pizza Dad exists.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I don't need hints a lot of the time. That's the problem. Yeah,
Like,
Jay was complaining I don't talk to my parents enough, and it's like, well, because I don't need hints. I'm a strong, independent dog woman, and I can do what I need. Too good. So you can see here is a completely blank canvas. This is how each little section of the map looks. And there's like, you don't have to paint anything. You don't have to do anything. You can just walk straight up and be done with this. Or you can do like what me and Jay did.
Oh my God.
And spend
blue as the base.
Spend time individually
Alright, look,
painting
there you go.
every single element in the room.
I thought we were doing I thought initially it was purple based.
Joe, I was just like, oh, bollocks. Now
I'm
I
not
know
good
all
at
the
painting.
contractors.
Oh my gosh.
Using lime green on the sides.
What do you want? You want purple?
Purple sides, purple
Purple
accents.
Purple
sides.
sides look pretty good.
Because it's like a darker color, so it means like a shadowed. Can I please just paint the trees in here?
Oh no, you can definitely do that.
Can
Yeah, this is.
Can I
this is the
please
area
just
that's fun to
paint the
paint.
trees in
The
here
things with,
before we
like,
leave?
objects to paint.
I will feel like I need to do this. And you can see this really quickly. You turn a blank white page into something that's actually somewhat pretty. And I think we keep going. I think we ended up painting all the trunks.
Call your mother again.
Call my mom. Mom, look. You'll never guess what I did. I painted a forest today. Oh, in your book? No, the real one.
Painted the
I can do
real
that.
forest.
I'm the wielder.
Aw. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to showcase a little trickery. I put it on my game of the year, and it's kind of hard to explain. Like, it doesn't have a cool ending boss fight or anything insane like some of the other games did. So I wanted to highlight kind of why I thought it was such a cool game. You can see kind of the co-op kind of, back and forth you get from playing it with a friend. As well as you can customize your character. Me and Jay were watching Attack on Titan at the time, so we modeled Pizza after Hanji from that show. We gave her an eye patch, a very similar looking jacket, and the exact same hairdo. Honestly, like the splitting image of that character. And I think we changed up. Oh, wait. We can do the murder. I think the murder mystery is here. Yeah, this is the frog detective. Yeah. Oh, now I'm Hanji. This is the Hanji fit. We'll show the interaction with the frog detective.
What do you think that means? Do you think like he's just a detective, or do you mean he's?
Rocks.
Hi.
Hi. Before you ask, Ribbit, I can help you solve any mysteries right now, Ribbit.
You cannot. Absolutely not.
I'm actually here on vacation, Ribbit. I do really love to solve mysteries, Ribbit. But it's a big break sometimes too, Ribbit. Even from things that you love, Ribbit. Damn, he's speaking facts.
That's really fair and reasonable.
So I mean, like, you don't expect this game. Like, you can see we're just doing a big we're basically in a big coloring book, and this frog is essentially saying, even if you have a job that you love, you still need to take a break from it every once in a while, or you'll get burnt out. I need to, take a break from every once in a while to feel good. And like they just kind of shove these weird life lessons into the game at weird intervals, and you're like, I did not expect this game to have like this emotional impact. And this is like a very light example. Like later on, they kind of the actual story is a little bit more deep. But
So that's another theme they keep putting up in here. Like,
stop, Joey. I already explained it. You don't explain it again. I already did it. It's my recap, not yours. Although I'm sure I did a good job explaining it. Let's see if the... Oh. Yeah, this is a fun quest arc. This was us. Eel. It's the funnest thing ever. If you need anything stolen, just let me know. This is when we were doing a quest to find who stole things from the hotel. This guy literally openly says that he likes to steal things, and you immediately assume it's him. Turns out it isn't. I'm not gonna go through the entire. He's Romanian. Is that a stereotype of Romanian culture? Is people steal things? But yeah, this is actually a phenomenal time. Us playing Chicory together. I had a great time. Sus. We just were marking her as sus. Oh no, we were being detectives. You're marking these like black spots. I don't know, it's pretty sus here. Gosh, Chicory was a really good game. I had a lot of fun playing that. The last clip I wanted to show was pretty recently. I also got to show off the steering wheel setup from Mario Kart, because we're going to keep doing that over and over again. I was playing this game with TTG Kobayashi, my bro. If you're not following him, follow him. We're playing Mario Kart Online, and we'll just let it speak for itself.
Did you stay alive with that?
No, it looked like I did for a second, but it just
yeah. Also, if you're not already aware, look at this this Prime Gamer setup right up here. That's pure skill right there. And I know the clicking's annoying. I'm going to try to find a way to fix that in the future.
And I got 3 freaking no shells, bro. Dude, this
so to set the stage, I am right behind. Young Achi is my brother, TD Jacoby Achi. And I'm Tanuki Mario.
I mean, I don't even know what he's doing in our lobby. He's like
and the guy in first place, his name was Silver. We were around 5,000, 6,000 MMR in Mario Kart. The guy in first has like 13,000. Literally like so many hours in the game. Like I don't even know why he's in our lobby.
600.
He's drift. Okay, well, yeah. He's constantly drifting, like everywhere. Like not even a corner. Like it's kind of insane.
All right, Jake. I will not hit you. I'm right behind you. I'm gonna let you do your own thing.
Oh, and noise suppression things should work. Yeah, it's okay, but it messes with my voice. I tried a few. I gotta work on it a little bit more. Also, position of the mic. It's actually behind the steering wheel. It needs to be on the other side of it. So far, we've been playing for like 2 hours at this point, and we've basically been going at each other's throats. I would literally just purely attack him for spite, and he would do the same for me. We were essentially just fighting each other on every single map. So I brought this clip in there because it was the only time we came together. We noticed the lobby had we were like the only 2 Americans in the lobby. So we were like, let's do this I was like, let's do it for America.
We're gonna play for America here.
God, I'm so good at remembering things.
He actually didn't.
So I see him getting first place, and I'm like, I'm gonna take Silver out. That's my only goal. I'm gonna let my brother win, and I'm gonna take out Silver.
As long as he loses, Joey, I'm perfectly fine.
Dude, he almost beat you. Oh my! I thought that was the last lap. I let go of the steering wheel.
Is he like right next to me?
He is right behind you.
So I got a red shell.
I'm throwing a red shell at him. I'm taking him off your back. I hit him.
And my goal here, in my mind, I'm thinking if I hit him with my car, I will make him explode or something. I'm not sure why I thought this, but I thought that me ramming into him would be a positive move for the game.
Oh, yeah.
I got a boost off him and spun off the edge.
I suicide bombed off the edge, but I did it for you.
I got a mic arm. I mean, like...
I
can get right up here, don't you worry.
Oh, yeah, no,
It's just kind of annoying with the steering wheel because it gets in the way of your arm movement. If you put it up like right next to your face.
No choke vibes.
No choke, no choke.
So now it's all up to
we're doing this for our country.
All up to my brother to win the game. I can't do anything back here. I can do nothing but support.
No, I probably shouldn't because I think the Japanese would kill us.
Yeah, we only add sports to the Olympics that we're good at.
Get a bag of chips and do ASMR. We're not doing an ASMR stream. I was gonna do it, and I was like, no, I don't want that. I don't want any of that.
Like that are just like doubling.
Click, 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 click.
I have no idea. I don't even know how. Did you win?
Yeah, I did win.
Let's go.
I was way ahead. I think you really.
America. We did it for America. Anyways, that is all of the co-op clips that I have. The wheel streams will be coming back. I have a lot of fun doing that. I'm going to do all the time trials. Actually, that's a good segue. So we spent about 2.5 hours going on, the Cactus Incognito stream of the past. What does the future hold? So what's next for the Cactus Incognito stream? It's a great question. And I know you guys are all stakeholders in Cactus Corp, so you're wondering, will this affiliate thing affect me personally as a viewer? And I'm here to tell you absolutely not. Only positively. Coming up next, the stream will continue to be almost the same level of content. We're gonna keep playing Elden Ring off and on for probably the next year, because gosh, I don't know how long that will happen. That will just keep going on and on and on. So in between Elden Ring streams, that's gonna be an ongoing thing. We're currently finishing up Mario Odyssey All Moons. We're through 2 kingdoms, but we'll make moves on it. We'll do that tomorrow. Nintendo Switch Sports comes out at the end of April, probably 12 days from now, and I plan on getting absolutely goated at all the Switch Sports, going online, taking names, getting to the highest MMR in bowling, tennis, you name it. That's going to be my goal for Switch Sports. And we'll play online. I'm pretty sure all my buddies will get that game too, so we can do squad sports and whatnot, play against each other. It'll just be a fun time throughout. I got Kirby with a question mark up there. It's on my list of things to do. I'll leave it at that. But, we got Kirby, we got Super Strikers coming out soon. A lot of Switch games that I'm excited to play. And then Breath of the Wild, now that I have a good enough graphics card to do it, I'm planning on doing a Breath of the Wild 60 frames playthrough, because, gosh, I've seen other people do it and it looks so good. It's like a different game with the mods you can put on it. And then, of course, starting in June, the Cuphead DLC will become available. Whole bunch of new bosses to deal with. Me and Jay will be sinking our teeth into that one, for sure. How do you play at 60 frames? You emulate it on a Wii U, and then there's a mod that basically does it for you. I think it uses, I don't know how it does it specifically. I don't know if it's taking the 2 frames and averaging them to create a new one, or if it's just a different thing. Yeah. But it's all fine. I own the game. I'm allowed to emulate it. It's not a problem. So that's everything on my, quick look into the future. Obviously, new games will come out. I play a lot of new games. But this is what I have on my immediate schedule. If you have any other games you want me to play, put them in the Discord. There's a link to it on my About section. And I'll put it on my list of things to do. I know right now there's a Banana Hell. I think there was a lobster game and a snake game, SKNRX. I know. Look, it's going to take a while for me to get to all of them. They're on a list. So it's, you gotta wait for a lull in some of these bangers. Maybe we'll make, in the future, maybe you can go for sub-goals to go play a specific game. And last but not least, some emotes. If you choose to subscribe to the channel, we got emotes for you. We got the cactus, the Mario Odyssey cactus specifically, pizza, and Squirtle. Oh, and channel points. I'll definitely have to find something to do with channel points. It's kind of new to me. I gotta look into how to do that. Trust me, I know pizza looks a little blurry. This is basically just an image that I had on my phone. It looks really crappy. I plan on updating these emotes and adding new ones. I get at least 5 slots plus an animated one. Those will be coming soon. And then I'll try to find something to do with channel points. Yeah, pizza's great. I think dog emotes are just phenomenal everywhere to put that in everyone's chat. It just brings so much positivity to wherever you're at. So that is the end of my PowerPoint. That's everything. I had to be honest, I was talking to my friend at work, and I got an email. It was yesterday, or it was Friday. It was Friday at 1 p.m. I just got a random email from Twitch saying, congratulations on reaching Twitch affiliate. Now play that keyboard. Let's see. Do I have a cable for that? Nah, we'll get around to it. That's a whole separate thing. Ooh, I do have plans on how to do that. Give me some time, Whoopi. I do have a plan. We're gonna make a loop together eventually. I'll probably start a stream with that. That'll be a fun thing to do. I gotta see if it's entertaining before I do it. I don't want to jump it. I don't want to make garbage content. It's not gonna be a whole stream. It'll be like 20 minutes. We'll just sit and make a basic loop because I think it looks pretty cool to do and it feels really fun to do it. And kind of build off your layers. But I don't have the software in this. We're doing it all in the pedal, but it'll be fun. You'll see. But yeah, I had a lot of fun going through the list of all the titles I've done, going through my Game Award categories, going through all the clips and highlights from all those the VODs I had. And I had a lot of fun putting all this all together. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it gives you a good understanding of kind of the content that, we do on the Cactus streams and a good indication of where we're going in the future. I think that we've improved. I've personally improved a lot in streaming over the past year. I think you can definitely see that in some of the earlier streams I did versus the one we're doing now. And I think we're only going up from here. So yeah, I appreciate all of you guys on supporting me, being in the chat, spamming emotes, asking me questions. Whether they be passive aggressive or positive, I like them all. And yeah, I'm glad that I'm here. So next step is partner, I guess. We'll just have to get 75 people in here. That's literally the only other goal you can get on Twitch. You can be affiliate, partner, or nothing. So we're halfway there. Recommending me games. I always need games. We're a variety stream. If you haven't noticed, we play a lot of different games, so I always need new content. So yeah, I had a great time. I appreciate everyone coming to hang out. I will be back on tomorrow. We're gonna continue playing Mario Odyssey. And yeah, we'll go from there. More co-op games coming. Yes, I also forgot. We Were Here Forever is coming out, I think, in May. We can play that on stream if you want to see me and Jay bust our heads against the wall trying to figure out puzzles. And I think there's a few other ones. We'll see. We got content. Don't you worry. Oh, no? Yeah, I think We Were Here Forever might do off stream. But we can do... Maybe Keep Talking Nobody Explodes probably be a good one. We can do that together. Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time is a require. Was it what? Is a wreck. What does that even mean? Is that a different game? I don't know. I'm very excited. All right. Cool. Thanks for hanging out. Like I said, it's a recommendation. New camera? Actually, it's not a new camera. This is the same camera I've had forever. The difference is that I finally figured out how to use the drivers in its own software to have it at this lovely 4K, 60 frames per second, and all of that. On top of that, I switched from Streamlabs to OBS, so now my stream renders in 1080p instead of 720p. You can thank TTG Kobayashi for that. He gave me the recommendation. So yeah, you can see every frame now. Everything. For all the big picture things I do. Alright. Oh. Whoa. I'm sorry. Whoopi Boy, did you just... There's a game that is literally just Frog Detective. Hold on here. Everyone be quiet. This is insane. I did not realize that Frog Detective was a callback to this game in Chicory. Oh, this is right up my alley. I got a pretty spooky one. Alien Casino. We all know how good Alien Casino... You'll do the voice acting? Yeah, I'll tell you what. We'll play Frog Detective. You can just be in a Discord call. You help me... I'll voice act the Frog Detective. You voice act everyone else. It's very short, but there's 2 to 3 games like that. That's perfect. I want to be able to... If this game is going to be done in one stream, that would be absolutely phenomenal. Easy peasy? Yeah, lock that in. This game is just perfect. Thank you for posting it, Whoopi. Find spooky clues. Game's about 1 hour. All right, we can probably do more than one, or we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll do something else. Who took my son? I love this. I love the vibe this trailer is putting off. Oh, a broom. Oh, thank God. Can we interrogate? I'll tell you what. If this game, if I can punch people into confessing, that's a sell. That's a lock-in. I'll play it right now. Maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, this is a lock. This is an absolute lock. That will be going on my. I'm doing it. I'm gonna put it on my Steam library right now. My wish list for that. That's an absolute slapper. Frog Detective. Oh, and there's 3 of them. Okay. Yeah, just like you said. Oh, and one is coming out this year. Oh, Jay, we're going to have to solve the other 2 ones to get ready for the 3rd one. Yeah, no, it's locked. It is absolutely locked. It's on the... Oh, yeah, I can just put the bundle on my wish list. Get 1 and 2 for $10. What a steal of a deal. Okay. Yeah, that will be next level fun. That looks like such a silly game. Alright. Well, cool. Yeah, like I said, appreciate you guys hanging out. Don't forget to buy the soundtrack. Do I need to? Why? I don't understand. Why do games sell a soundtrack? Can't I just go on to YouTube and search Frog Detective soundtrack? So what I've done is search it in YouTube, and there's the full soundtrack. Play the whole album. 1 second. Like, it's right here. Like, it's called supporting the game, but I'm supporting them through views on YouTube. You see, they got 3,000 here. That's money. The music does slap. I've been playing. This is the soundtrack I played before all of my streams, and it's got similar vibes. It's just funky jazz. It is basically a donation. Okay. Yeah, like I said, be back tomorrow. Bye, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed the review stream. I'll probably do one of these once a year in like December. How to use JavaScript in the search bar. It's how to use JavaScript promises. It's not how to use JavaScript. Oh, Evan, you were here? I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's basically just condensing all of the last year into 2 hours. Yeah, so just tune in next year. You'll get all. It's all you need. You can just pop in for that. Bye.